And we are live. That is right. This is not a troll title. So before you hit the thumbs down, listen to what I got to say. To everybody on the playback, listen to what I have to say. Before I get into this video, I want to say this. I don't know how many people this is going to reach because every time my channel gets momentum, it seems that I get a fake copyright claim. And that's what happened to my channel again. So I don't even know if anybody's going to get notifications for this because every time I pick up steam, every time I get momentum, some stupid fake copyright claim happens. And now I'm in this boat of wondering how many people actually see this. So moving past that, that is correct. I do believe, I do believe that Deontay Wilder is the only one. That's right. The numero uno, the only heavyweight that actually could beat Usyk. Now, let me explain what I mean by this. I see people saying, I'm here, what's going on? I'll drop the link in just a minute, but I want to get out this intro real fast. So here's what I mean by the only heavyweight that can beat Usyk. I'm not talking about rematches. I'm talking about one and done fights. I'm talking about when they get into the ring, based off of the first fight, I believe Deontay Wilder is the only heavyweight fighter that can beat Usyk the first time around. I'm going to do my AJ Usyk prediction, but I've told many people that I believe Usyk is going to beat AJ in the first fight, and I believe AJ will adjust and beat Usyk in the rematch. However, getting past the rematch clauses, if all these guys were only to fight one time out of the top four heavyweights, that's who many people know my favorite fighter, Dillian White, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and we could throw in Joe Joyce if you want to, but he's pretty dumb to throw in because Usyk's already beat Joe Joyce. If you want to take Wilder out as one of the top four, because we're talking about Wilder in this topic, you know, I don't see any of them beating Usyk but Deontay Wilder on the first time around. Now, let me drop this link real fast in case anybody wants to jump in and talk, chop it up. We can do that. But I'm going to explain each fighter and why I believe Usyk beats them all but Deontay Wilder. I'm just giving it a couple seconds to the playback to anybody here. If anybody wants to join in, I'm going to let them join. Drop the link. Let me see. It's hard to take a heavyweight serious with no power. You talking about Usyk? What's going on? How you doing?
Damn, that was quick, bro. What's up, bro?
Not much. How about yourself?
Not much, man. This is crazy, yo.
What's crazy?
Yeah, how you telling me last time how you say that you think this is gonna be upset of the year and how you gonna favor Usyk.
Yeah. And you know, me making this video, I want to put this disclaimer out there right now, does not change my opinion on Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Styles make fights, and I think Tyson Fury is going to beat Deontay Wilder, but that is irrelevant to who I think will beat Usyk. You know what I mean? Still with me? You're on mute if you're talking. You muted yourself. I don't know if you're trying to talk or not, but your mic's muted.
Sorry, bro. Sorry. If I ever have to like cut out for a second, just have to handle some business. But
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like, yeah. So you really strong? You really feel strong about this?
Yeah, see, the thing about it is you got to understand. I used to like Deontay Wilder. Then I didn't like him. Then I started to like him again. Then with all these excuses, I really don't like him. But I don't like Tyson Fury either. So you got to understand, like, and this is what anybody who's subbed to my channel who hears this later has got to understand. When I make my predictions, when I make these titles, I do not let my emotions of how I feel about a fighter come into the effect. All this is me looking at it unbiased and saying what I believe. And I believe that, yes, Deontay Wilder is the only person who could beat Usyk at the heavyweight division on the top at the elites. I don't think anybody else can beat him.
Okay, and why?
So I'm going to get into that. So let's do Anthony Joshua, and I'm going to do a big breakdown. So we're just going to do this briefly because I want to save a lot of these topics for the breakdown because that fight's actually going to happen. So with Anthony Joshua, the reason why I believe he loses to Usyk is two reasons. Reason number one, I believe him taking off as much weight as he's taken off and not lifting weights like he used to lift weights has stifled his power. I don't believe he's as hard hitting as he once was. And even with the reduction of weight to get more agility, I still see him gas. I saw him have to get a second win against Pulev, which was a fight that was tailor made for him to look good because he was fighting at his own pace. And even fighting at his own pace, he got tired. Here's the problem. You get tired against Usyk, it's like a stack of dominoes. It just gets more and more effective as it goes down. If AJ gets tired, which I predict he will, it's very possible that Usyk's going to stop him late. That's why I don't think AJ can beat him. Hold on, let me read these comments, then I'll come to the next top fighter.
Stop him, huh?
I'm predicting right now, and in my breakdown, I'm going to do this prediction as well. I think it's going to be a 11th to 12th round stoppage for Usyk whenever he fights Anthony Joshua. However, like I said, I believe AJ beats him convincingly in the rematch.
Wow.
Let me see. Let me read this comment real fast. Fury is the best. Mike Tyson came out recently and said he doesn't know if he beats Wilder in his prime. Wait. Fury is the best. Mike Tyson came out recently and said he doesn't know if he beats Wilder in his prime. You talking about Mike Tyson beating Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder in their prime? Because Tyson Fury's already fought Deontay Wilder in his prime and beat him. So that doesn't make sense, that comment.
I think he was saying Mike Tyson doesn't know if he can beat Wilder in his prime. I think that's what he was saying.
I don't know.
What's up, Pablo?
What's going on, Pablo?
What's up, guys? How's it going, Tony, Lennar? Salute.
Salute, bro. Now, what do you think about this Usyk and Joshua situation? Who do you favor and stuff?
Oh man, if they were the exact same size, I would favor Usyk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If they're definitely you sound the same size.
The only advantage I see for Joshua is size and power. I think Usyk is more versatile. He moves better. He just got more tools in the toolbox. But Anthony Joshua has the bigger punch, so it's.
I don't think he does. And Pablo, that's what I was saying earlier.
You don't think he has a bigger punch than Usyk?
No. Let me explain. I think he hits harder than Usyk for sure, but I don't think he has the bigger punch in the sense of I don't believe from the two fights that I have seen since his loss to Andy Ruiz and he's switched up the way he's trained. I don't believe he has that dominating punch anymore. I don't think he has it. I think his power has regressed a lot. And Usyk's got a motherfucking iron chin. So I really don't think his power is going to be that big of a factor in this fight. Not like people think it's going to be. You're still muted if you were trying to respond to what I just said. Pablo.
You're like, are you gonna respond to what I just said?
Sorry, my building manager is at my door. Give me a second. I'll be back.
Yo, you're fine. So we're gonna leapfrog past Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. Hey, Black, jump on the panel. If you don't agree, my dude, jump on the panel. This is not a troll title. This is for real. I actually thought about this. And you gotta understand. What's up?
I'll respond to it.
Go ahead.
Okay, I can definitely see what you're saying. I think that Usyk is slightly more. Well, he's a little bit more technical. I think his feet's a little faster. I think that he's just a little. His punches are faster in combos. I think that he's like his angles is gonna give Joshua problems. I just don't see him stopping him. I don't see a stoppage. But I mean, I can definitely see what you're talking about. Like I can see like Usyk like pity patting Joshua, and then just overwhelming him at one point. But to say I see a stoppage, I think that's a stretch.
So I don't want to give away too much, but you know what? This is my life, so it doesn't really matter because if anybody copies my thoughts, my ideas before I do my breakdown, if anybody's seen this video, they're gonna know that I said it first. So here's the thing: the pity patters. I'm glad you brought that up because that is very pivotal to my breakdown that I'm gonna do in the Usyk versus Anthony Joshua fight. Now look here. AJ does not like to be pity patted. He does not like a barrage of punches coming at him. Whenever somebody overwhelms him with punches, like Usyk likes to do, and you got to keep in mind that he switched trainers to Papachenko too, and they do that barrage style in and out. When you get in, hit with a bunch of combos, get out. Here's the thing: AJ shells up very badly, and he doesn't return fire. If you can get him pressed and connect 1, 2, 3, 4 shots, he will just shell up and wait for you to stop throwing shots. He doesn't look for counter punches. He doesn't look to exchange. He just shells up like a turtle and waits for you to back off. That's why he got knocked out by Andy Ruiz. That's why he almost got knocked out by Vladimir Klitschko. It's just that Vladimir blew his load, but AJ was doing absolutely nothing but shelling up, and he damn near lost because of it. And he almost got in trouble early in his career, and I think his 17th fight against Dillian White because he shelled up the same way. So when I'm looking at all the different phases, early in his career, midway through his career,
he showed up against Povetkin. He showed up against Povetkin.
You said shelled up?
Yeah, against Povetkin.
See, I don't remember that. What's going on, Lisa? What's going on, Lady Chan? If y'all want to join, the link is in the chat. I don't remember him showing up against oh, he did, because he got his nose broken, right?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I forgot all
yeah.
about that. So there's 4 fights that he's showing this tendency that when he gets barrages put on him, he shells up and it gets him into trouble because he doesn't look to return fire. So that is going to play a big factor with Usyk, being that that's how Usyk likes to attack. That is his bread and butter, to barrage you and then get out.
Yeah. Hey,
sorry about that.
I see like, go ahead, Haplo.
No, I'm just saying I'm back. My building manager came in and I had to talk to her. Sorry.
All right, welcome back. Hey, Lisa, you're more than welcome to jump on the panel. You already know over here, nobody's going to overtalk nobody. We're going to let you speak all day long. You can come up here and say why you believe I'm wrong about Usyk versus AJ, why I believe Usyk is going to beat AJ. And we're going to find out very soon because they're about to fight. And neither one of them are going to say that they have COVID and try to duck the fight. They're both going to fight each other.
Real quick, Tony, quick question before we go on. You think Usyk can beat AJ, but do you think Usyk can beat Fury or Wilder?
So like the title says, I believe if you do the top 4, right? Take Tyson Fury, we'll take Deontay Wilder out. Tyson Fury, Dillian White, Anthony Joshua, and we'll throw Joe Joyce in there, which Usyk already beat him. I believe he beats all of them. I don't believe he can beat Deontay Wilder.
Okay, so definitely going off of styles make fights.
Exactly. This is all about styles.
Yeah, I tend to agree to a certain degree. I don't know about AJ, but I think between Wilder, Fury, and AJ, and I know a lot of people have already said this, but I think Wilder beats AJ, Fury beats Wilder, and
AJ beats Fury.
And
AJ beats Fury.
No, I'm saying Fury beats Wilder, Wilder beats AJ, and AJ I think maybe beats Fury, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe. Let me tell you how unbiased I am. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how unbiased I am.
The man, no credit.
Yo, Lady Chan, this is not capping because listen to what I'm about to say, okay? When it comes to the elites, Dillian White, Tyson Fury, and AJ, I believe those 3 beat Deontay Wilder. I believe they can all beat Deontay Wilder. I believe Dillian White will knock out Deontay Wilder. and AJ may or may not, depending on how he approaches the fight. But I definitely believe he'll beat him on the
May or
scorecard.
may not. So why y'all don't say that about the
Hey,
other
salute,
fights?
Lisa.
It's just AJ. Hey, what's up, y'all? See, I ain't going for this.
Why don't we do what?
I'm
Lisa,
messing with y'all. It's
Lisa, say what
always
you.
like, listen,
She's not
We
having
know
y'all
it.
we
didn't
know
say
Lisa
y'all
likes
didn't say that
AJ.
for the other fighters. It's just maybe or man, y'all need to stop. I love you guys.
Hey, you got to understand,
But
Lisa.
she
Like,
loves
like,
AJ
like I
more than
said,
us.
this is not a knock on AJ because I don't believe Fury, and I don't believe even my favorite fighter. I don't believe Dillian White can beat Usyk. I don't believe the three of them can beat him. But I do believe Deontay Wilder has the right tools in the bag for Usyk. I don't believe the other three do. I believe Usyk really plays good against their flaws. He's really a good counter to their chink in their armor, whereas Deontay Wilder has the right attributes, natural attributes, to be able to beat Usyk, to be able to exploit Usyk, because he's much faster. He's got quicker explosion. He's more agile. He doesn't get tired. The only reason why he got tired against Fury was because Fury was so big leaning on him. But a guy like Usyk's not going to be big enough to tire out Deontay Wilder by leaning on him. We've never seen Deontay Wilder ever get tired. So there's a lot of things that Usyk
I
does that
have.
what's that?
I have with the Ortiz fight. But that was a very it was a fight. Like it got a little,
I
the
didn't see
first
him
one.
get I didn't see him
He
get tired.
definitely
I
got
saw
tired when Fury was leaning on him like that.
I
He was
said
tired, bro. He got real
Hablo,
tired.
I said that. I said about Fury leaning on him. I said we've never seen him tired. We've never seen him tired outside of Fury leaning on him. I also said after that, but Usyk is not big enough to do that. Usyk is not 272 pounds, and he's not 6'9". He's not going to be able to implement that game plan on Deontay Wilder.
I think he's probably about the same weight as Wilder. I think he could.
He's
I mean,
smaller. He's smaller.
I've had
He's
little
smaller.
guys lean on me in the ring, and it doesn't matter who's leaning on you. Someone puts their weight on you, and you keep constantly having to push them off. It's gonna tire you out, bro. Like even Usyk may be able to do that. Maybe that's a tactic that just works against Wilder.
I don't think it is, because I've seen Wilder yoke people off the ground that have held on to him before. Like I have
I just
literally
think
seen them lift them off their feet and
I
shake them
just think
off
Well,
like
now
they're
that he
nothing.
bench presses 310,
No, I'm talking about in the past before he
No,
started his
I'm
weight training.
kidding. I'm joking.
I know I've seen him deadlift people off the ground though. Like no, it's not going to work against him. That's what I'm saying. Like again, to come back to AJ. AJ tires. He's always tired. We've seen him tire. And I believe when Usyk fights him, he is going to tire. And the 11th and 12th round is going to be the big thing. Can AJ make it to the bell? I don't know that he can. I believe that Usyk can run him out of gas. That is my prediction, that Usyk is going to run AJ out of gas.
I just think that AJ, if Usyk does beat AJ, I'm not saying he is, but if he does beat AJ, I just think that AJ's size would save him from a stoppage compared to Usyk. That's what I think it is. I think his size was kind of like when Pacquiao beat the hell out of Margarito. Not saying that the size difference is that big, but when Pacquiao beat the hell out of Margarito, Margarito's size saved him. That's why I think the same thing where like Usyk, even though if he does win, it'll be because I don't think it'll be by knockout, because I just think that AJ's size can save him from a knockout.
Yeah, but he don't have that same size. He's taking size off. Like the weight difference is being closed, is being narrowed, because AJ's not trying to be 250 plus. He wants to be high 230s, low 240s at the most. So that size difference is really shortened. It's not that wide anymore. It's not that big of a difference. I think Usyk's around 217, and that's if he doesn't come in a little bit heavier for AJ. So if he does, that's going to be even less of a size difference.
Okay.
We'll see.
But to get past AJ,
Yeah.
what's that, Lisa?
Hmm?
I said, what'd you say, Lisa?
Oh no, I said it should be a good fight. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good fight too. And like I said, and to Lady Chan, I've said this multiple times. I believe in the rematch. AJ will beat Usyk, but I don't think he can beat him the first time. This the title of this video is strictly for a one and done. If there were no rematches, because I believe AJ is going to win in the rematch. I just don't believe he's going to win in the first fight.
It's not good on my. When I'm on my phone, it sounds so rubbish. I may have to do this on my laptop.
All
The
right.
quality is rubbish. Listen, I'm not having this. Hear ye, hear ye. The town crier is in town. Listen, Usyk hasn't knocked anyone out for how many fights? He did Tony Bellew. He picked him off and got Tony Bellew, but it wasn't a knock. Yeah, actually, he knocked Tony Bellew nearly through the ropes. Okay, that's Tony Bellew. Do you think an ex-cruiserweight has the pop to knock out AJ? Yes, Usyk can box. Do you think AJ is going to let him box circles around him? AJ is going to cut off the ring and he's going to knock Usyk out. Facts.
Well, you forgot one thing, and then I'll touch on your facts. When you say hear ye, you're supposed to hit the hammer with it. You forgot your hammer. Now moving past that. I don't believe
Too British.
I don't believe that Usyk has the pop to knock any fighter out, even a cruiserweight. However, he has proven that he doesn't need that pop because what I call Usyk is death by 1,000 pillows, and that's exactly what he is. He hits you so many times that he wears you out. You have no energy left, and that's how he stops the guys. That's his MO. That's what he does. He wears you out. It's not from a
Wait,
single shot. It's not from a power shot. It's just from an accumulation of
we know.
punches.
Question. So, is Derek Chisora elite?
I would say that he is a gatekeeper to the elites.
Okay, but is he elite? I just want to know, elite. Is he an elite boxer? I can't. Is he an elite boxer?
I would say that he's a gatekeeper to the elite. So I would say he is the lowest level of elite. In other
He's
words, if you
Tony.
beat him,
Tony.
it, hold
You
on,
got
listen to what
today. You got to stop capping. You have to.
I'm not capping at all. I'm really not.
All cap has to cease.
It's not cap. It's
I love
honesty.
Tony, but you're capping. He is
I'm
not
not
the low
capping. I swear I'm not. I swear I'm not.
He
There's
is
no
not
cap
low
here.
level elite. He's not that. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even get low level elite. You're either elite or you're world. There's no, or you're fringe. There's no low level elite.
Yes, there
And,
is. Yes, hold
and
on. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I gotta stop. Hold on, Lady Chan. That's not true. There is such thing as a low level elite. There's different
no,
types of elite. Muhammad Ali is elite, right? But was Ernie Shavers the guy who gave him a hell of a fight? He may not have been on Ali's elite level, but he still gave him a hell of a fight. There's different types of elite right there. But you guys can keep going.
Yeah,
there's, there's,
and,
there's
and
yeah, but Spinks beat Ali on his sixth or his seventh pro fight. That didn't make him elite. It just made it a bad day at the office for Ali. What I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
is,
he's not.
Derek
That particular
Chisora,
fighter is not elite. I agree with you, but there's different
Derek
types of
Chisora
elite.
has never been a world champ ever.
yeah, yeah. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Lady Chad. Ernie Shavers, who he brought up, was never a world champ, but he beat a lot of world champs, like ex-world
Okay,
champs. He beat a lot of elites.
okay.
Derek Chisora just got robbed in his own country against Joseph Parker, who's an ex-champion. He beat him. He beat him. He should not have lost that fight. He beat Parker and made Parker look very bad. And
To
that's an ex-world champion. So to
yeah,
say that
world
he's
champ.
not at that level when he's do you know his entire career he's remained a top 10?
Parker's not elite though. Like he's a world champ, but he's come out of elite a long time ago. Parker's not elite. That's why he's not out the top five heavyweights. You don't mention Parker as a top five in your top five. He's not elite. He's fallen off by the wayside a long time ago. Derek
Whoa, he
Chisora gave Usyk a run for his money. If you think that AJ, the problem with Derek Chisora, he's a brawler, so he doesn't have a good skill set. So what happens with Chisora? He'll hunt you down. He'll get you in the corner. And by the time he gets you there, he just runs out of gas. So he can't even execute what he really needs to execute. Whereas AJ it's not the same level. If Chisora gave Usyk a run for his money, you're saying the number 1 or number 2 heavyweight in the world is going to lose. But come on, like, just make it make sense. Make it make sense, please, people. Lisa left because it's not making sense. Lisa left.
Okay, my bad. Actually, so check this out, Lady Chan. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Dillian White, Anthony Joshua already fought. Hopefully they'll have their rematch. However, AJ fought for his life in that fight. AJ almost got knocked out at a part in that fight, okay? Moving past that. Dillian White goes in to fight Derek. Hold on, let me finish. Dillian White goes in to fight Derek Chisora in the first fight. Now, Dillian White's my dude. I like him. Personally, I like him better than any heavyweight in the division, but I can admit when my fighters that I like don't win fights. He should have lost that first fight to Derek Chisora. When he had the rematch, he was looking very bad. Chisora was really edging him out round by round till Chisora got knocked out. So Dillian White is an elite fighter today, and Chisora was making him look very bad. So just like when Chisora fought Tyson Fury the first time, he had Tyson Fury looking very bad at times. The dude is not a bad fighter. I agree. He is a brawler. He does blow his load. He did look like he improved once he got with David Haye, and he kind of got like a second win, a second birth in his career. But the dude has always remained a top 10 world fighter, like throughout the stages of his career.
You said he's elite. You cannot be elite if you have never been a champion. At least be. No, it makes no sense. He's not even a gatekeeper. To be a gatekeeper, you need to be on the other side of the gate to be able to have let people in. He's a high-paid journeyman.
He is way more than a journeyman. Way more than a journeyman. Way better than a journeyman.
He hasn't even held any world title, and you're saying that he's elite. How?
Look at this comment right here. He's been getting robbed.
So
it's true.
He's been getting robbed because he's not good enough. So some of the times it has been bad, but he's not elite. Just because he's been getting robbed doesn't elevate him to being elite. He's not elite. I'm from the UK. Derek Chisora is not elite.
Now, let me just throw my 2 cents in here. I actually agree that I don't think Derek Chisora is elite at this point of his career. I don't think he is elite, so I agree. But with that being said, if you're trying to make an argument and say that because Usyk did not beat Chisora being an elite fighter, that Usyk can't be an elite fighter, especially when this is his second fight in the heavyweight division, so his body's still kind of getting used to it, or it was still getting used to acclimating to that weight, then that's not a fair argument there. Or that's not an apt argument, excuse me.
Let's add to it though. Let's add to that though. Usyk looked bad because they allowed Derek Chisora to cheat all through that fight. They allowed him to cheat. Now, there's some things. Everybody wants to bring up Glovegate with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, saying Fury had this and that in his gloves. However, everybody glosses over the fact that Usyk came out and said that Derek Chisora had no padding in his gloves at all. He fucking said it, and he won the fight. Not only that, they cut down the ring so he couldn't move around. Not only that, the referee allowed for 6 to 7 rounds straight Chisora to hold on to Usyk like they were wrestling in MMA and just hit him in the clinch, which is illegal. You can't do that. There was times in their fight, Usyk versus Chisora, where Chisora was holding him down with one arm and hit him with the free arm, and the referee was just allowing it to happen. So to say that Usyk...
He still won. So what's the point? He still won. Usyk still won.
Right.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Your point was that Usyk didn't even knock out Chisora, but they let Chisora cheat for half the fight.
He couldn't knock out Chisora if Chisora stood face on at static. He doesn't have the power to knock out Derek Chisora, but that doesn't make Derek Chisora elite.
Now, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Tony, when they found out the gloves didn't have padding, I know that they didn't let him go in that fight like that, right?
Yes, they did. He fought with him.
He fought with a glove with minimal padding.
Yes, there's an interview with Usyk where he's like, I think he's in the Ukraine or somewhere, and they had the subtitles and you have to read it, but he speaks about all the things that they let Chisora get away with, and he felt like that they were trying to set up everything for him to lose in that fight. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that he goes over what was done in that fight that was wrong, but nobody spoke on that.
I didn't hear it. At the end of the day, he still won. So what do you want to?
Yeah, because we don't speak Ukrainian. Well, if that's the case, well then why would he go in the fight like that? I don't understand it.
I don't know why, but at the end of the day, he still won it. The heavyweight division, he has won one fight by decision, one fight by RTD, which still counts as a knockout on your record. The Chaz Witherspoon didn't want to come out the corner, and Tony Bellew went up to heavyweight, went back down to cruiserweight to fight him, and he got knocked out. So
you guys are acting like Usyk is Evander Holyfield out here.
I never said that. I never said that.
Really not that guy.
I've never said that Usyk was Evander Holyfield, but these fighters of today aren't the fighters of Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis era either.
No, I know that. We know this, but sorry, Usyk is not knocking out AJ. He's not. It's not going to a points decision. It's just not.
I'm kind of in the middle about this. I can see what Tony's saying. I just think that AJ's size will save him. I don't like I made a statement, but I can see the logic in what he's saying. Can you not see the logic in what he's saying?
Joe Joyce.
Sorry, I'm gonna drop out. Come back with
all right. We'll be waiting for you. You always welcome to jump back in.
She gonna come back in with her laptop, right?
Yeah, she is, Lisa.
So we can hear better. Yeah. No, thanks for telling me that, so that's probably why he left. Was he left Matchroom, right?
I don't know if he's still with them or not. To be honest with you, I'd have to look it up.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Holyfield, since Lady Chan brought up Holyfield, check this out. Holyfield was sparring with Andy Ruiz recently and making Andy Ruiz look really bad.
For real?
Yeah, there's a video of them sparring together, and he was giving them the work.
Hey, at the end of the day, he is an all-time great. So those guys still can listen. When it comes down to it, I definitely would not favor them to win at this current point against no top 10 heavyweight. But with that being said, you never know how good of a fight they can put up.
I mean,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Top 10 heavyweight.
Just checking.
But with that being said, you never know how good of a fight they can put
Hey,
up.
Lady Chan, you're echoing real bad.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Top 10 heavyweight. But with that being said, you never know how good of a fight they can put up.
Hey, Lady Chan, you're echoing real bad.
Hang on, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
But here's my thing. Even if Usyk beat Anthony Joshua how I think he's going to beat him, that still doesn't, Lisa or Lady, that still doesn't mean that I believe he's better than Evander Holyfield. It doesn't. It doesn't at all, because I don't think Anthony Joshua could have beat a young Klitschko. I don't. Like, after what I saw with a Klitschko that had a 2-year layoff that was 42 years old, I believe.
18 months.
18 months is close to 2 years. Like, come on.
18 months is 18 months.
But you act like
2 years is 2 years.
Okay, he knocked him down, but you act like this is not the first time a fighter got knocked down. You talking about a novice going in there with a professional who has been you gotta
on like
you gotta
on like his 18th, 19th fight. Please.
Yeah.
Please give him some credit. And at the end of the day, Tyson Fury got dropped by Steve Cunningham.
Yeah, nobody talks about that. They always talk about AJ's shit. What about other ones?
Oh, I do bring it up. And that's why I believe Usyk can beat Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury has shown his chink in his armor, and that's against overly short fighters at the heavyweight division. 6'4".
Cunningham.
What's that? Yeah, Cunningham. So that's why I favor Usyk against Tyson Fury because of the height difference. Tyson Fury doesn't do so good when he gets in there with the shorter guys.
Yeah, he does. He mauls them. Tyson Fury
I
is.
have to agree with Lady Chan on that.
Everybody's shorter than Tyson Fury. He beats them.
Where Fury is weak is against a smaller guy who's fast. I think the reason why he beats Wilder is because Wilder isn't as quick of hand and foot as he is. But I think a Usyk might have a good chance against Fury. But I do think Fury might be able to beat Usyk. I don't know. We'll have to see how he does against AJ and how he looks. But yeah, I just have one question for the ladies, real quick. Does anything you think factor into your liking AJ so much aside from boxing?
Personally, I can speak for me. I can't speak for Chan.
Yeah.
I like AJ because I like the way he carries himself, and he carries himself like a champ. He goes in there and fights who he has to fight. Unfortunately, he didn't get to fight for undisputed yet. But I mean, he's a unified champion. I respect him as the unified champion like I would any other champion.
Yeah,
He doesn't get the respect of any other unified champion. That's what I see. I see a lot of men.
Because they both have 3 belts.
Hold on. Wait. Everybody stop talking. Hold on. Hey, Hablo, let Lisa finish before you jump in. Lisa, continue.
No, I was just asking her a question based on what she said. I was saying, like, Canelo, he also has 3 belts.
Yeah, I respect Canelo too as a unified champion.
As well. We're talking about AJ Haplo.
I'm talking about. I just noticed a lot of men don't like him, and I don't know why. Like like he get in there and fight with the next man. Yeah.
Well, hey, let Lady Chan answer because after she answers, I want to say something. But go ahead.
That's it.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can answer me a question.
The question I had for you guys was there anything outside of boxing that makes you like AJ more? Because it seems like both of you guys like AJ a lot.
I like Canelo a lot. I just respect people's grind. I respect their achievements. I respect it. It doesn't mean that I'm fangirling or fanboying. People like to, when it's their favorite fighter, they need to put down someone else to uplift their fighter. I just respect everybody's grind, whether they're my favorite fighter or not. And I respect AJ's out of the ring behavior as much as I like him in the ring. I know what he does for the youth in the UK. He put in £2 million pounds of his own money to keep everything running still when it was the pandemic and make sure the amateurs could still train when lockdown was eased off and that the club could still thrive. He's done a lot for the community. He stands up for the community. I just think he's a true sportsman. Whether he's a champion or not, I just like how he carries himself. When he lost, he made no excuses. He took it like a man and came back within 6 months. There's only like 4 fighters that's kind of been in that same bracket. Ruckman and Lewis, Muhammad Ali, I can't remember who he was, Dillian White, Povetkin, and Joshua and Ruiz. You have to respect every time you see him fight, he evolves. He gets better and better. Yes, he did have gas tank problems. He did. But I haven't seen that recently. You can't outbox. I don't care how fat Ruiz was. You can't outbox someone for a 12-month whitewash on the balls of your feet if you have stamina issues. You just can't do it.
I'll say something.
Yeah, I was impressed by how he changed up his style. And thank you guys, ladies, for the answer to my question.
So
go ahead,
I want to throw this in there. Not particularly saying Lady Chan and Lisa feels this way about him because it'll be unfair for me to say because I don't know how they what they like and what they don't like. But in general, I think a lot of things. I think because Apple, when you ask the question, is anything outside of boxing that they may like more than like about AJ. I think that a lot of women, this is be fair, they like that tall, handsome. That women love
Yeah,
when
he
they
looked
watch
good.
sports. When they watch sports, not saying you guys, I don't know you guys. When they watch sports, a lot of times they like the handsome men, the guys who go out there who are tall. And I think AJ appeals just like Ryan
Lennar, hang on a
Garcia.
second, Lennar. Hang on a second, bro.
Yeah,
I asked them a very specific question and they answered it. They didn't say anything about looks.
I wasn't saying for them. That's why I said not them. I just said if you allow me, I was going to say in general for other women. I didn't say them. So that's why I gave my 2 cents, sir. So that's why I said that. But
I,
that's what I
you know
think.
what?
For a lot
He
of other
looks
women.
good, but that wouldn't make it why I think he's good outside the ring. That's not a reason why I think he's good out. There's lots of boxers that look good, but that's not the reason why I think he's good outside the ring. I was just saying traits that he has outside of the ring.
Yeah, I know, and that's
No,
why I
I
said
said
that's why I said I wasn't
outside of
speaking for
Yeah, I
boxing.
you.
know. He wasn't
I'm not
saying
sure if that was you or
And
not.
if
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
was a factor, you could have said that, but you didn't.
I didn't say
yeah.
that. I said for other women.
Yeah, he did say it for other women. Yeah,
Thank you.
but
Talking
yeah,
to Chan. Relax, Lennar.
for me,
No,
that
but hold
wasn't.
on. I'm relaxed, bro. But don't get upset if I clap back at you, bro.
Yeah, for me that wasn't a
I'm
factor.
not,
Do I think AJ looks
bro.
good? Yeah,
Look, I
but that
asked
wasn't.
them a question. They didn't
Yeah,
say anything about looks.
I
I was
didn't
waiting
say
to
them,
hear it,
bro.
but they didn't say
I
it.
did not say. Did I say them?
no, you didn't.
Thank you, Lady Chan. Appreciate it.
No
Thank you.
worries.
Listen,
Okay.
I remember one
All
time
good. All
a
good.
few years
Smooth.
ago, I was on here online, and this guy had said, he smiles too much, AJ. I'm like, I didn't say nothing. I'm like, well, you take pictures. Some people can take pictures of they photogenic, and they smile, like it was a guy. So what I found is a lot of men are, I think, envious, of them because
Yeah,
of
they're haters.
maybe his looks or his body, or
Ray Leonard
that's
has
what
a
I
great
got.
smile, and
He
that's
has
my
great
favorite fighter.
endorsements. He has multiple endorsements. What endorsements does Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder have that you can brag about?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I
wait.
Well,
don't.
Cricket.
No. I don't really care about Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder's
No, I'm just
sponsorship.
saying. We're just being
Well,
in comparison.
AJ's always had very good marketability, whether it be through his accolades that he's achieved or his looks outside of the ring. I mean, the fact of the matter is, the better looking of a person you are, the more people who are going to want you being in the front in the limelight for whatever gear they're trying to get you to sell. Like that
Yeah.
just goes with it. So I mean,
Agreed.
it's all
That's my
about
point I was making.
marketability.
okay.
Yeah, it's just an achievement.
They got Tyson Fury on the cover of the new the new game that's coming out.
Mhm. He's on the cover. He's on the front.
Yeah, he's on the cover. Yeah.
You
So
know
his
what?
marketability has risen.
They probably couldn't afford AJ's likeness and image. It was probably cheaper to buy Tyson Fury's one. Facts.
they had Tyson Fury on the UFC game too, which
Yeah.
was stupid.
Yeah, that was real stupid. But hey, this is what I'm saying. Chalk and cheese, whichever you prefer.
But
Yeah.
again, to get back full circle, like this wasn't just supposed to be the AJ show. This was
Well,
supposed to
it
be
is
my
now
brother.
because we're here. We're here, Tony. Leave the tails and
Hey,
ladies.
Lady Chan, here's what we're gonna do. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I will make a video on my channel about how you were right and I was wrong when AJ beats Usyk.
Deal.
However, when Usyk sparks him, like I think he's gonna do in the first one, you got to make a video about me being right, and
I
that's
will,
the deal we have
promise.
right now.
Promise. Deal. We shake on it. Deal.
All right, I'm shaking in the air.
Yeah, me too. I'll do that. No problem. But it's not going to happen, so you better get your video ready.
I already have it published and ready to go. I'll just click one button in case you are right.
Lady Sham was right. I want a big video, not a big video with sound effects, everything, reverb, everything. Lady Sham was right. That's what I want.
Oh, you want the Madison Square Garden effect? You want that shit to echo?
Yeah, I want all of that. Sorry, Tony. Yeah, that's what I need.
Tony, you got your mic straight yesterday, so you can do it.
Oh yeah. We can do it now. We got the mic good, sounded good. You know.
Yep, you can do it. So
So-
get your video ready.
So Tony, you just think that Wilder's too fast, and that
Yup.
he would knock him out. That's
I think Wilder is the best cruiserweight champion that fights in heavyweight. And being that Usyk is really a cruiserweight, I don't think any cruiserweight could beat Deontay Wilder. They're gonna be
okay.
they're gonna be very similar in weight. Well, I don't know because Wilder looks like he's bulked up. Wilder looks about 230, 235 to me.
Yeah,
So he may-
it's about 235.
Yeah, so he might be a good bit bigger than Usyk if they were to fight. If he can beat Tyson Fury, which I doubt, but if he does, and we do get Usyk Wilder, I think Usyk is a lot faster than most of these heavyweights, whether it be AJ.
I think
Dillian
Wilder's
Whyte.
skipping leg day. I think
He
Wilder's
might.
legs need more attention. His
He
upper
got
body
two
and
little
his
poles.
spine.
That's just his genetics. He can't help that.
Them little poles, they
skipping
move
leg
fast
day.
though, Hablo. They move
They
fast.
do.
He was a
Not in that
basketball
Fury
player.
fight.
Not a
He
basketball
looked like he
player.
was walking in mud against Fury in that second fight.
Mhm.
I think because
he got beat up.
Fury was leaning on him, bro. I think he took out some of his legs when he was leaning on him.
No, you know what I think it is? I'm
think
gonna tell
he
you.
just
I'm gonna tell
he
you.
had a bad night. He had a
I'm
bad
gonna tell
night
you what it was.
leg-wise.
It's what people need to realize. Wilder isn't. He's only 2 inches shorter than Fury. Only 2 inches.
Yeah, he's 6'7". But let me
Yeah.
tell you what
We're
really
talking about
did
weight,
it.
though.
Listen,
But like
Leonard,
50
let me tell you what did
pounds.
it. No,
Also,
listen
Lady
to what I'm
Chan.
about to say.
Like
Yeah, I
50
know.
pounds lighter.
Yeah, no, I know the weight. I was just talking about the height. There's not much of a height deficit.
No, but Hablo, what took away his speed, and I really believe this was ultimately where he never recovered. Just like when AJ got
Mhm.
buzzed by Andy Ruiz, he never recovered. It was whenever Deontay Wilder like ducked down and Tyson Fury's glove hit the back of his head behind his ear and he dropped from it. He never recovered from that. That was the end of the fight. That there was nothing left. And
But
he
he
just
got
got
dropped
up.
with a body shot first.
Well, he did. He did get dropped by a body shot.
Yeah,
No, I thought the body shot came after that.
I thought it came first. You
No,
probably right.
he got knocked down with the headshot first, and then
Yeah,
a body
then the
shot
body.
later.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
that's
never
true.
recovered. Yeah.
I don't think he ever recovered from it. But I mean, it's not like some people want to say it was a rabbit punch. It's not, because in boxing, if you turn your back to a fighter and they're already throwing a punch, they're allowed to hit you wherever it lands. You turned your head into it.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
a legal shot.
And I've seen Wilder do the same punches. So
Well, yeah. It's like Ortiz.
Absolutely. That is a very good point, Lady Chan.
yeah.
Wilder, that's why I don't feel sorry for him, because
Me neither.
he's gotten away with that so many times.
Yeah.
But Fury was doing some dirty shit, but
Yeah.
Wilder has done the same thing many times before.
Yeah. Facts.
And people got to understand, like people were saying Wilder's legs. Well, I could understand him leaning on him and tiring him out, but also his equilibrium was off because his ear was bleeding.
Yeah, that's his eardrum was bust.
Yeah, that throws your. Anytime
But
your
that's
ear is
damage from
messed
a
up,
punch.
your
Whose fault is
equilibrium
that?
will be all over the place.
Yeah, you can't recover from
That's
that.
ear infection. Your equilibrium be totally off.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
facts.
agree, but I mean, in the fight, whose fault is that? His ear was fine.
No, it's
when
no
he
one's
walked in
fault.
the ring.
No, it's no one's fault. That's what happens in boxing. You can get your eardrum bust. You already heard Tyson Fury say he bust Malik Scott's eardrum as well. In his fight. It happened.
That interview right
Lady
there.
Chan.
Let me tell you something.
No, Lady
The
Chan,
worst
we heard
part.
Malik Scott. We heard Malik Scott say that he busted.
Right, but here's
Yeah.
the problem. Here's the problem with that. The worst part of that interview, the very worst part, was whenever Malik Scott was like, "You're supposed to beat me up. You're Tyson Fury." Like, what the fuck? You're not supposed
Such a
to say
pussy.
that.
Such a pussy. When he said that, I was like, I had zero respect for him anyway, but it went into the minuses after that.
Malik Scott blew it big time. And that
Yeah.
whole press conference, it was horrible. He was just
The whole
atrocious.
camp was laughable. Like, you took a dive for Deontay Wilder. We clearly saw it. Then you end up being his trainer. But in sparring as well, the guy that you're training bust your eardrums and bust your client's eardrum. Like, it's pathetic all the way around. It's laughable.
It's
the
funny.
it's a
I'm
circus.
laughing right now. And I'm a Wilder fan. I think it's
It's
funny.
bad, isn't it? It's bad. Ooh.
Yeah,
Very
that
bad.
was
Malik Scott
pathetic.
was just terrible in that whole thing when he said that Fury busted his eardrum. That was like, why
Why
the
did
hell
you tell?
why
Yeah.
the hell would you bring that up?
Yeah,
Like,
it's stupid.
God damn.
Yeah,
What the hell are
stupid.
you thinking, motherfucker? Like,
I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
stupid.
damn.
This is what I truly hope happens. Whenever Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder finally fight, I'm saying this here, Tyson Fury, if you're listening, please do this. What I want to see is this. I want to see Tyson Fury come out with 2 cracked eggs on his gloves for the egg weights, and then on his pants, I just want a whole bunch of fucking ears that are like
Yeah.
busted, just like a million ears all over his shorts.
That would be
I
sick.
would love to see that.
And now, guys, we're going to see another press conference because now that it's moved to October, they're going to have to do another press conference. And so I know Tyson Fury is going to up the ante then. And Wilder, how do you think he's going to come in with this press conference? Again, shades and Beats by Dre's?
No, I don't. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think a lot of people don't believe Tyson Fury's story about catching COVID because he was seen in public so soon after supposedly having it.
Yeah.
And I think I really believe
Not only that, they let him fly. They let him fly to the UK.
I really
They let him
believe
fly.
that Deontay Wilder's
Like,
going to have his
you
confidence
can't fly
back.
with
That's
COVID.
what I
No,
believe.
he
I
won't.
believe he's going to talk.
No, he won't. No, he's not going to say shit. He's not going to say nothing.
I think he's going to talk. I think he's going to talk this next one. If
No,
they have another one.
you hope he's going to talk.
I don't hope anything
I think
because
he
I don't
is
think he's
going
going
to
to
talk.
be one.
I agree with Tony. He is going to talk because he caught so much stick for not talking at the last one.
Yeah, he's still not going to talk. He's going to stick to that game plan. Trust me. Remember, I said it here first. He's not going to talk. He's going to come with a lame poem again, a lame poem, and then sit back down with his glasses and his Beats by Dre's on. I guarantee it.
Damn, it'd be a sad day if Wilder goes out there and beats Fury. A lot of people are talking mess. I'm not saying he is, but a lot of people are going to be eating crow. If Wilder goes out there and beats Fury, it's going to be a lot of flower bringing,
I hope
sad
it's a
singing,
draw.
and all that.
I hope it's a
I'm
draw.
picking Wilder, so I won't be eating crow.
I just hope it's a draw. If it's a draw, I'll laugh at it. I just hope it's a draw.
I could care less personally.
Because I have
gonna
no
be-
horse in the race.
I don't know where you guys stand on it. I'm just saying that if that happens and Wilder does beat Fury, there's gonna be a lot of people upset
What
about
if
it.
it's a draw? What happens
Huh?
if it's a draw?
I think that'll look bad on Fury. I think if it's a draw, I think that'll look bad on Fury. I think because like people are expecting Fury to go in there and just dust Wilder off. So if he doesn't do that, it ends up a draw. I think that it's gonna look bad on Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
I
then
don't
agree
think
with
it's
you on
gonna.
that one.
I don't think it would be a draw. That would be amazing.
But I would laugh if it was. And then it'd be over and done with. Nobody won. Don't come with a quadruple trilogy or whatever it's called, a quadrilogy. We don't want to see a full fight. That
That's
would be
what's
it.
going to happen.
Yeah,
If
if
it's a
it's
draw, they're going to run
tetralogy.
it back again.
If it's
It'll be
a,
a tetralogy.
Again.
if it's a draw, there's gonna be another fight. If it's a
There's
draw,
no such thing as
fight.
a
They
quadrilogy.
said
It would be
a quadrilogy. Or
tetralogy.
what?
And it'd be a
Quadrilogy, whatever
Tetralogy.
it is. I don't know. I don't know the terminology, but you got what I was saying. This stuff.
tetralogy.
We
Yeah.
don't want
Okay,
to see a
but
full fight.
think about this. If Wilder goes in and beats Fury, it's probably gonna be another fight anyways. Because then
No,
Fury's
they
gonna watch
said
his
there's
rematch.
not.
Fury's gonna watch his rematch. So you're not
No,
gonna.
they said after this they're not fighting again. This is what they did say. There's no other fight for them two again. But they're both liars, so you know.
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
can't
saying.
take
Like,
it with us.
we're gonna be in this for at least two or another fight. So it's gonna be like these two fights coming up, bro. It's not
To
gonna
me,
be-
it doesn't matter who wins because at the end of the day, I think they both lose to Dillian White. I don't think either one of them can beat him. And if he gets his mandatory, he's
man.
beating him.
Tony,
got
here we
some
go.
Dillian
Tony,
White
here we go with this
delusion.
Dillian White thing.
You got
Hey,
Dillian
I
White
told y'all.
delusion.
I told
Dillian
y'all.
White thing, bro.
In the heavyweight division,
Delusions
that's
of
my
White.
favorite fighter, and I
That's
believe
what you
Usyk could
have.
beat Dillian White, but Fury,
Favorite
Wilder will
fighter.
get knocked out. Wilder will be sleeping. I'm telling you, he's gonna
Oh, here we
sleep.
go.
Wilder,
You
I
never know.
promise you.
You never
Oh,
know.
man,
Wilder can catch.
Tony, come on,
Wilder
bro.
can catch. Wilder can catch White. You never know. Wilder
Yeah,
He
can
can't.
knock
He
him
can't. He
out.
can't catch him. He can't catch him. He cannot catch him. He
All of
cannot
them
knock out
beat
Dillian
White.
White. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why he cannot knock him out. There's only one punch,
Oh,
one
White.
punch that's ever done it.
Uppercut. And Wilder
Exactly,
doesn't throw it.
exactly.
And
The
Wilder doesn't throw it.
uppercut. And Deontay Wilder does not know how to throw an uppercut. He does
Well, he
not
has
know
to
how to
learn.
throw it.
Well, this is why you have to adapt to the fighter that you're going to fight.
He
If
hit
you know that
Ortiz
if
with
you're
the hell of an
Deontay
uppercut.
Wilder, let me just finish. If you're Deontay Wilder and you know your next fight is with Dillian White, you have to practice the fucking uppercut. You'd be a fool not to. That's what you have to put into your game plan. That's it.
If you're Wilder and your next fight is Dillian White, what you need to do is just sit on the couch and relax because you're gonna win.
Hey, Tony, I think
I'm
this is a
telling
good
you right
question.
now. You saying that shit? He gonna sleep. He gonna sleep
Hey,
Deontay
Tony.
Wilder. I promise you, he'll sleep him. I
Hey,
promise you.
Hey, Tony, I think this is a good.
So you ain't
what
giving
Chan was
Dylan White
saying.
no credit then.
I think
I
it
don't give
was smart.
Dillian White any credit. He's a cheater.
I think it was.
He cheated
who- I
against
mean,
Rivas with the gloves and PEDs.
No.
So is
You're
He
wrong.
never
You're
did
wrong.
PEDs.
You're wrong.
so is a bunch of fighters.
They
He-
admitted that they got that wrong, so they did the B sample. That's already been cleared. You guys need
Okay,
to
but
stop.
what about the gloves though, Lady Chan?
What about the gloves? What happened? Tell me.
Yeah, I
What
heard
happened?
about the
He,
gloves.
he used
came
the
in
B
with-
gloves
he
that
came
were
in with-
already accepted.
No, not at all. He used a pair of gloves that were not inspected or weighed by anybody. He came in with a different pair of gloves than what they brought to the glove meeting. A different
According to
brand.
Rivas. According
For
to
what
Rivas'
fight?
manager.
According
What
to
fight?
everybody.
No, according to Rivas' manager, he said that Dillian White had some gloves that was not at the inspection.
Yeah.
However, the
No,
WBC
and
released
everybody knows.
an article
He
saying
brought-
he fought in his B glove.
Look,
You bring
Tony.
two sets of
Look,
gloves.
Tony.
You bring
He
two
brought
sets of gloves.
He brought DiNardo's to the glove meeting, and then he came in with flies.
He used
So what
his-
are you talking about?
Yeah, because he used the second glove.
No, he didn't use the second glove. He,
He
had two
did.
pairs
It
of
was
DiNardo.
confirmed. It was confirmed by Mauricio.
No, bullshit, bro. That's bullshit.
Okay, well then Mauricio's lying because he confirmed that they just used the B glove.
Bro,
that what the manager of
they
Rivas was
used
saying was
a
bullshit.
different pair of gloves, and Rivas's team filed a complaint before the fight, and they were told to go kick rocks. You can't inspect the gloves. You can't weigh the gloves. You can't do anything with the gloves. They're just gonna let him go in there with some gloves that nobody's looked at, and then
According
Okay, so let's
to
let's talk
Rivas'
about this.
manager.
Let's talk about this.
Not
Deontay
Rivas's
Wilder.
manager.
Deontay Wilder in the second fight with Fury, he changed his gloves. He got different gloves. Does everybody remember this? There's footage. Deontay Wilder didn't use the
But
Plan
those
A
gloves were inspected.
Yeah, they were.
by the other team.
What I'm saying is, people don't speak about that. He's got the cheek to talk about Glovegate, but Tyson Fury.
No, I'm
the
talking
gloves that
about
he came in
Glovegate with Rivas and fucking
Yes,
White.
I know.
the
But what I'm
cheater.
saying is, fuck that. Who cares? At the end of the day, if nobody caught it, nobody caught it. I don't think Dillian White
They caught
had-
it.
So
They did catch it.
and so what was the outcome of it?
They filed a complaint and they were told to go fuck themselves.
So that was the outcome. So
No,
we're moving along
Again,
swiftly.
all this came from fucking Rivas' corner man. It was either his manager or a corner man of his.
No, it was not his
stating this-
manager,
wait, let me
bro. It was
finish.
his glove guy.
Stating this is what the corner man or the
Russ
manager
Abner.
stated happens.
Russ
Let me
Abner.
finish. See, Hablo, this is
Hang
what we
on,
have an
I'm
issue.
trying to
You try
inform
to
you
talk
of
over
the
people. See,
situation.
this is my panel. You're
Russ
about to get put in the
Abner.
back. You're about to get
Russ-
put down. Okay,
Yo,
I'm about to
Russ
remove you.
Abner.
Okay, so this is how it's done. This is where me and Hablo have issues. When somebody is talking, you don't talk over the top of them. I don't like that. That shit pisses me the fuck off. I have no problems with somebody talking as long as they want to talk. You can talk for 5 fucking hours, but don't talk when I'm fucking talking. That's where there's issues. Now I'm gonna put you back on, and I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying. Then you can respond, Hablo. Do not talk over me. Do not talk over anybody. Now, as I was saying, it was either the manager of Rivas or the corner guy said that they saw them switch out the gloves. They put in They tried to get some type of reversal of the decision or some shit like that. When they put it into the sanctioning body, that shit got kicked back. Mauricio responded and said that shit never happened. So therefore, they're not accepting it. And they just move on with the day. He got his fucking loss. End of story.
Right.
All right, is it my turn now?
Go ahead.
You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And obviously you have some animosity towards me. But that being said, Rivas and his team, the glove guy, the guy who owns Rival Gloves, was at the glove meeting and he explained it all, what happened. So they came in with a pair of gloves that was not weighed or inspected. That is cheating. Cheating. Your boy White got caught cheating. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but that is the most egregious thing I've seen in terms of gloves in the last 20 years, going back to maybe Resto or Margarito. Like, the guy came in with gloves that weren't allowed to be looked at by the other team. So I don't know. If you're cool with that, then that's you. But I'm not. I'm not cool with that at all.
That was the claim they made. That was their claim.
No,
however,
that is
when
what
they
happened.
appealed it, what did the WBC rule? What did they say? What was the outcome?
Bro, what
was the
did
outcome?
was they brushed it under the rug.
No, they said they're full of shit and it died.
No, they were not full of shit because they know for a fact that he came in with DiNardo's at the glove meeting and he wore flies in the ring. Now you tell me that that's not true.
According to Rivas's team, what you were saying is what they said. When they brought up the appeal, it got kicked back. So therefore, it has no validity. I do not believe it. I believe they're sore losers.
So
they also
you
tried
didn't
to say,
see him
they
wearing
also
fly
tried to
gloves.
see, there you go, trying to talk over me again. See, that's where the
You
issue
didn't-
is. That's what.
All
Here we
right,
go.
we're on your channel, so you can do what you want.
I can do what I want, and there we go again. I've said multiple times, Hablo, don't talk when I'm talking, but you keep wanting to interject over my voice, over me talking. I don't understand how hard it is to be quiet. I'm quiet while you talk. Be quiet while I talk. It's simple. Anyways, when they protested this, when they wanted to get it filed, what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. Also, moving past that, they wanted to get the loss reversed because they said Dillian White was on PEDs. However, what happened with that? Nothing, because the UCAB released a statement that you can go find on Dillian White's Twitter. He actually released all the legal documents that cleared him. So guess what? Rivas still has his loss, and nothing happened of the gloves because the WBC said they were full of shit. End of story. You can choose to believe them if you want to, but I'm going to believe the people in charge. I'm going to believe the people that looked at the appeal and said this is bullshit. That's who I'm going to believe. But you are more than welcome to believe Rivas's corner if you want to. Now I'm going to put you back on. Stop talking over people.
All right. So Tony, since it's his channel, can pull a bitch move whenever he wants. But what the truth is that we know what gloves that White wore into the ring, and those gloves were fly gloves. You can see it right in the video of the fight. Those gloves were not inspected or looked at or brought to the glove meeting. They brought DiNardo gloves, 2 pairs of DiNardo gloves. White said that some other fighter needed a pair of gloves, so he gave his gloves and he had to wear a different pair of gloves. But they had 2 pairs of gloves.
Okay,
unfortunately for you, Tony, he came in with fly gloves, and it's apparent in the video.
Haplo, it doesn't matter how many times you repeat the same thing. The outcome, Tony's already said what happened. It got appealed and it got denied. So Rivas still has his loss and White still has his win. If you want to hang on to that, that's up to you. But we've moved along swiftly now. Can we go on
That's
to the next bit of the
That's
topic?
fucking cheating. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
As
all right,
long as we say White cheated against Rivas,
okay, White cheated
then
against
we
Rivas.
can move
White
on.
White won the appeal. He did not cheat.
Yeah.
He
I'm
cheated.
just going along with it because I can't be bothered at this point.
He
It's
cheated.
so dumb.
He cheated.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. If the WBC would have came out and said, yes, he switched his gloves because of this, we're going to rule the fight in no contest, then you
Bro,
would have an argument.
do you have
You would have
eyes?
an argument. You
Do
would
you
have an
eyes?
argument. But you have no argument.
Do you
You
have
have none.
eyes?
I do have eyes.
You see, it says fly gloves on his gloves, right? Those were
Okay,
not
back
inspected.
again. Oh, Lord.
Do you have eyes?
Those were not inspected, sir.
Do you have ears? We've already got the haps.
No.
Of course it is.
This works both ways. Hablo, do you have eyes? Because you can read the article that the WBC released with your eyes.
Yeah,
Well, you
but I
need
can
brain
also
cells
see that
to
he wore
comprehend.
gloves that were
Right,
not
you know,
inspected. Those were 8-ounce gloves. White's a cheater.
Okay.
He sucks.
Okay.
He loses.
Okay.
He
But he
loses
won the
to
appeal.
Wilder. He loses to
But
Wilder.
he won the appeal.
He loses to every one of the guys that we're talking about. Usyk beats him. AJ beats him. Fury beats him. Wilder beats him. As long as he doesn't get to cheat.
Just like Tyson Fury had to cheat to beat Wilder too.
Right. Go ahead. Oh, well.
I didn't
Haplo,
say
can I
anything
ask you a
about
question?
Fury. Yeah.
Do you think that Dylan White deserves to get a title shot?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve to get a title shot after fighting eliminate after eliminate and being put down for over 1,000 days. Why doesn't he deserve a
Well,
title
he
shot?
lost. He lost by knockout.
And
too.
then he came back and he won. So what's your point?
My point is that he lost to AJ, and then he lost to Povetkin, if I'm not
He
mistaken.
didn't lose to AJ. He didn't fight AJ. What are you talking about?
Yes, he did. He lost to AJ.
That was years ago.
Oh,
They
I'm
weren't even-
sorry, White to AJ. Sorry, you confused me. That was years.
They weren't even
that was for the British
they didn't
title.
even have belts then, yeah.
Yeah, Commonwealth. Yeah, that was years ago.
He just recently lost by knockout, so
And
no
he just
title shot.
recently won afterwards.
He won by knockout too.
But okay, here's what I'm saying. So you've got three guys that are in the contention for undisputed heavyweight champion. You got Wilder, Fury, Joshua, and then as the fourth one, Usyk. Maybe the fifth one would be White. Maybe you could argue other people, but no, at this point in time, I don't think he gets a title shot. I'd rather see the other guys fight and get undisputed.
See, this is my problem. It is my problem with a lot of Deontay Wilder fans. They're scared shitless of Dillian White. They say that Wilder will knock out Dillian White, but none of them want to see that fight. Just like Deontay Wilder doesn't want to get in the ring.
Bro, look at my channel. I've been saying forever, I hope Dillian White gets that fight so I can see him laid out and fucking carried out on a stretcher. I hope
it's
he
not
gets
going to
that
go down
fight.
like you think. I promise you, it's
It's not
not.
going to happen because
okay.
Wilder freezes
You
him
can
out.
promise
He's already
all you want.
said. Wilder doesn't want the smoke with White. He already said, I'm going to freeze you out for 2 years. And the WBC absolutely helped him to do that.
But
So
that's only because White sucks.
no, well, if he sucks, let's see the fight. Show us that he sucks then.
I
Stop just
agree.
saying
Let's see the fight. I want to see it. Give it to me.
that. Deontay Wilder sucks, sir. He sucks. How about that? Dillian White's resume is better than Deontay Wilder's. And I'm talking about resume. I'm not talking about win. I'm talking about resume, who he's fought. Dillian White's resume shits all over Deontay Wilder's. I'll tell you that for facts.
I mean, debatable, but
No, it's
okay.
not.
There's no debate.
It's not. There's no debate. Sorry. Objection overruled. There's no debate.
I gotta bow down to Lady Chan and give her respect. She's a
Deontay Wilder has only beat. Hold on. Listen to this real fast. Deontay Wilder has beat 2 top 10 heavyweights in his entire career. Dillian White has just beat 7 with beating Povetkin. He's beaten 7 top 10 heavyweights in his career. The
And how
only person
many
that's beat
did he lose
the
to?
only person that's beat more top 10 heavyweights than him is Anthony Joshua. That's it.
Facts. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go on, Haplo.
And how many times did he lose to those top heavyweights?
He's lost twice.
Povetkin was
He's lost twice.
pathetic. That was a pathetic loss.
How was it pathetic? He was dominating Povetkin. He knocked him down twice before he got knocked out. It's not like Povetkin was winning that fight. Povetkin was getting his ass knocked. Yeah, he got a good shot off and knocked him out. But you're saying it as if Dillian White was losing the fight. He was beating the shit out of Povetkin before he got knocked out.
And
What are we talking about?
Pacquiao was beating Marquez before he got knocked out.
Povetkin is a great boxer. There's
Did he
no
not get
shame
knocked
to
out?
lose to Povetkin, by the way. There's no shame.
Povetkin.
Old
Listen-
ass Povetkin.
At least he had the balls to get in the ring.
Wait.
Like
Old ass
most of these
Povetkin,
guys.
but yet you give credence to him beating the old ass
Old ass
Ortiz, who's
Ortiz.
like 95 years old.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Same thing. Except Deontay Wilder won. And
Except
AJ
Deontay Wilder was losing every round on the
White
card
lost.
until he scored the knockout.
White lost.
Go look at
Okay.
the card. Go look at the card.
White lost.
Deontay
Haplo.
Wilder was down on every round.
Haplo.
Maybe he was only up
You
maybe
know-
1 or 2 rounds.
That's the
He's
story,
down.
Lady
Haplo,
Chan. That's
you
the
know you
story,
my boy.
That's the story of almost every Deontay
Haplo, you
Wilder
just
fight.
tapping. The story is for people
No,
that
I'm
love
not
Deontay
tapping.
Wilder,
I'm not tapping.
they always put Ortiz on a pedestal.
Lady
I remember
Chan.
Deontay Wilder said, "Oh,
Bruh.
I don't want to fight Ortiz. He's old." Fought him at 36. And then fought him again. What? A couple years later. It's all contradictory, and it's just for hypocrisy. It's the highest
Hey,
degree.
Haplo.
You don't care about Luis Ortiz. He's fought and beat. He's beat nobody.
Hey,
What's up,
Haplo.
Lisa?
You know
Yeah.
you my baby. Listen,
Yeah.
if we're gonna do that, Haplo, then we gotta hold everyone to the standards of Rocky Marciano,
Right.
undefeated, retired.
I don't know about that, but
You know.
That's what
all
I'm
I do
saying.
know is
He's the
all I
only
do
heavyweight
know
that
is
retired undefeated.
Well, I'm sorry. I said 50,
Dillian-
49-0 is what he was. 49-0.
well, there are heavyweights in the past that went like 200 fights without losing. So
Yeah, you're going back to 1903. We're not. We're
No,
still. in
I'm going
this-
back to like 1691.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, but I'm saying I'm going by what he's saying. He's saying in this one lost or that one.
They know
Most
that
heavyweights
Deontay
have
Wilder-
lost.
Yeah. What Muhammad Ali lost 5 times? Is he trash then? Haplo.
No,
is
I
he
didn't say anyone was trash.
Okay.
I just said that White is gonna lose to all those guys. AJ,
Well, let's see it happen.
Fury, Wilder, all of them.
He's already fought AJ. At least he's done it. Everybody else.
And he lost.
He is the boogeyman at certain times. His resume's
Well,
better
Andy
than Wilder.
Ruiz beat him.
Yeah, Andy Ruiz did beat him. And what's your point? And Leon Spinks beat
And-
Muhammad Ali. And
That's better than
George Foreman
White.
beat Muhammad Ali. And
that's
Yeah, but
better
come
than
on,
White
Haplo.
losing.
TK, Haplo, come on now. Your argument is a slightly flawed.
And what?
Who today can
we're
compare?
changing his name to
Who
Caplo.
today can compare?
No. Let's do it like this.
What is my
Let's do it like this.
That's
Let's
great.
do it like this. Habla, hold on. Let's do it like this. Let's look at it like this, okay?
Caplo.
Deontay Wilder, and this whole video was titled that Deontay Wilder is the only one that can beat Usyk, in my opinion, but yet here I am having to talk about this bullshit record of Deontay Wilder's. Let's look at it logically, okay? He's fought 3 top 10 heavyweights in his entire career. You have to give him Stavern, even though Stavern should never have been a champion, but we'll give him Stavern. He beat Luis Ortiz twice. Well, no, we won't count twice. 3 fighters, so we'll give him Tyson Fury. So we got Stavern, Ortiz, Tyson Fury, okay? In the Stavern fight, he won by decision. the first one, because the second one doesn't count because he had a 2-year layoff to burn with no fights before he came in there and got laid out. So there's one fight with no knockout. He fought Tyson Fury. We'll only count one of them, not both of them. He didn't get the knockout in that. He's only knocked out one top 10 heavyweight. So he's got a 33% knockout ratio there, okay? Now, let's move past that. He also lost. So he's 2-1 against top 10 heavyweights. 2-1. Now, let's see what happens when he fights another 4 top 10 heavyweights, what his record's going to look like.
Because when he stepped up to elite level, he failed.
Okay. You're moving the goalposts, sir.
No, I'm comparing it to Dillian White.
No,
I'm comparing losses. You talking losses. I'm comparing it to Dillian White.
Yeah, he's got 1 loss to Fury and a draw. So
And a draw.
White
That
has
should have been a
2
loss.
losses to Povetkin and AJ.
And he's
Povetkin was a pathetic loss.
So Louis Ortiz,
who everybody beat.
Please.
Klitschko beat him.
Caplow. Your name's Caplow now. You do
Wait. He said, wait, stop, Lady Chan, stop. He said everybody has beaten Povetkin. Povetkin's only got 3 losses in his career.
Exactly.
Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, and Dillian White. He beat everybody else. What are you talking about? Everybody beat him.
But Wilder only has 1 loss.
Povetkin has fought. How many fucking top 10 fighters did Povetkin fight?
People Povetkin fought. Come on, Haplo.
And he was the WBA regular champ. He had quality fights. He lost to quality opponents. No shame in that. Sorry.
No shame, but he still lost.
No, there's no but. If there's no shame, you don't say but afterwards. That means there is shame. So I would just come out and say there is shame.
There's no shame. I'm not shaming anybody, but he did lose.
Okay, well, listen. The best Deontay Wilder couldn't even beat the worst Tyson Fury. Imagine that. The worst Tyson Fury coming off 400 pounds, a nearly 3-year layoff, coked out, alcoholic, and Deontay Wilder.
That's a fallacy. He had 2 fights.
At that point, Deontay. No, they had the tune-ups between the first and the second.
He had 2 tune-ups, and Wilder had the longer layoff.
They both had tune-ups.
No. Wilder had no tune-ups. Fury had 2 tune-ups and 3 training.
Anyway,
games.
whatever. The best Wilder at that point could not beat the worst Fury. Then we come again. The better Fury.
The worst Fury.
He's still because he came off a 3-year layoff, losing 200 pounds.
Wilder had the longer layoff.
Listen to me. That was the best Wilder at that time. I'm not saying he's not better now. Who knows? The best Wilder could not beat the worst Fury. That he mustered a draw, which most people thought.
Wait, hold on. That was not the worst Fury. The worst Fury is the one we had 2 tune-ups. I just want to put that out there. He is correct on that. When the worst Fury is the one came out wearing like 300-some pounds almost. When he came off those years of inactivity. But go ahead.
It's the worst. It's still the worst Fury because then the second round of Fury he lost. So what do you think is going to happen on the 3rd time? He hasn't ever beaten an elite fighter. This is our whole entire point. So is Deontay Wilder elite?
Yes, he is elite. He's got the highest knockout percentage of any fighter in history.
If I go
against some guys that are
10-year-olds, if I go out knocking out 10-year-olds, like people that's just not even in my realm, does that win look impressive? If I just go around knocking out
the Bum of the Month club, but in reality, he fought the best fighters that were out there. So Wilder
put some respect on Joe Lewis's name
that he could get.
No, sorry, Wilder evaded. He's had a padded career. He didn't do a world title fight until his 30-second fight. Until his 30-second fight. That's when he fought Romain Stavern. 30-second fight.
But he won the title.
Can I say something real
30
quick?
second fight.
He
AJ won
won
his
the
first
title,
title.
boxing.
AJ won his first title and on his
He won
16th
every
fight.
round. He won
Let's
every
just
round
talk about
against.
quality of opponents.
Wait, but
Let's
Okay,
see.
well,
Ken-
okay. Just because someone wins a title earlier than someone else doesn't make them better. There are plenty of guys who won a title.
No, it just shows who's elite.
Lomachenko
Wait.
won a title in his third fight. So, I mean, does that
Elite.
make him better than Sugar
Elite.
Ray Robinson?
Yeah, he's elite. He's elite. That just makes him elite. That makes
Doesn't
him
make him
elite.
better
Sir.
than Sugar Ray
It makes
Robinson.
him that his
Who
career
had to
wasn't
wait,
padded.
and
Elite.
does it make
You
it?
don't
Does
like
it
the
make
word.
him? Does it?
I know you don't like the word.
Hey,
You
do you have a
can't
pen?
put the word elite and
I don't
Deontay
care about
Wilder.
the
in
word
the same
elite.
Do you have a
sentence.
pen?
You just
I
can't.
don't care
Sorry.
about the word elite.
No, you don't
I
because
don't care
it
about the
doesn't suit
word
your
elite.
narrative. No, you don't. You don't care
No,
about elite.
it doesn't.
You don't care
What
about
narrative?
resume. You don't
I'm
care
trying
about.
to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that Lomachenko won a title in his third fight. Does that make him better than Sugar Ray Robinson
It makes
or
him
someone
elite.
like
It
Greb
makes him
or
elite.
someone
Wait,
like that had to
can I
wait 30,
can I say
40
something?
fights before they got a title shot?
It makes him
Can I
elite.
can I
That's
say
it.
something? Can I
Nah,
say something real
nah,
quick?
it
Because I've been
doesn't.
pretty quiet and let you guys go at it.
Lomachenko is not elite compared to Sugar
Can
Ray
I
Robinson.
can I say
I
something?
didn't say it in comparison. I just said in this era, winning a title fight, a world title fight in your third pro fight, it makes you elite. He
Can I?
started and
It makes him
continued.
elite in this era. I will agree with you on that.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, can I say something? Because I've been pretty quiet. Let you guys just chop at it. So, Lady Chan, can I ask you a question?
Sure,
So you don't think Wilder is elite, or at least was elite before he went into and got beat by Fury the second fight?
No, I've never thought Wilder's an elite fighter. Never.
Okay, and this is where I have to disagree with you on at this end of it.
Mhm.
Is that do we consider Terrence Crawford elite when he goes in 147, even though he has not fought an A-class fight? Do we
He's
consider
a
him elite?
three-weight world champ. He's elite.
No, but we're talking about at welterweight. Do we
He's
consider
elite.
him? No,
He's a
hold on,
three-weight world
no,
champ.
Lady
No, you
Chan, hold
can't
on, Lady
restrict
Chan,
him.
no,
You
at
can't
welterweight.
restrict him.
I
You
don't
can't
care what he's done
restrict.
before. I don't care what he
No,
did before in the
well, we
lower
do
weight
because it
classes. We're
matters.
talking about at welterweight.
That's what goes into the Hall of Fame of what
At
you've done.
welterweight. At welterweight.
At
Again,
welterweight, he
at
hasn't got a better
welterweight.
resume than Errol Spence or whatever. But Errol
Okay,
Spence,
but hold on, Lady
Errol
Chan,
Spence
hold
has
on.
only been in
Can I finish what I
147.
have to say? I shut my mouth. Can I finish
Sorry,
what I have to say?
Sorry, go
Thank
ahead.
you. If we're gonna apply the same thing and say Terrence Crawford is elite at welterweight, not overall as a pound for pound fighter, but at welterweight, we're gonna have to give Wilder his credit and say that he is elite based off of his resume. Because I can agree with you, his resume is not the greatest. But if again, we're talking about a guy who has what was it 8 or 9 consecutive title defenses. So I mean, again, who was it against? It may not have been against the best, but if we're gonna consider Terrence Crawford elite at welterweight, again at welterweight, emphasis, then I think it's also fair to consider Wilder elite at heavyweight.
No, because it's not the same comparison. You're going to have to get someone.
What's the difference? What's the no? Yes, it is. What's the difference? What's the difference?
You can't restrict a three-weight world champ to one weight class. Already, you're a three-weight world champ.
We're talking about at welterweight. That has nothing to do.
Listen to me.
Nothing.
Listen to me.
Wilder to do with anything,
10
bro.
title defenses. He had more than how many opportunities to unify. He hasn't even unified the belt, and you want to compare
that
him.
has nothing to do with at welterweight. You can keep complaining about it. That has nothing to do with at welterweight. We're talking about welterweight opponents
There's no
here.
comparison. You can't. We're not restricting welterweight.
I respect Terrence Crawford. I respect all his accomplishments. I think he's a pound for pound fighter. But if we're talking about at welterweight, again, at the weight class.
Listen,
bro, you can't.
Real fast. Hold on, Havlo. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me interject real fast. So, Lenore, I've got a question for you. Is Manny Pacquiao elite?
Considering off of his last performance, yes.
Has he been elite for a very long time?
Yes.
Okay. Jeff Horn beat that elite fighter. Terrence Crawford in his first fight at welterweight beat the guy that you just said was elite. Beat the guy that beat the elite guy.
So are you saying that? So then you're going to consider Jeff Horn elite then?
That's not what I'm saying.
Triangle theory.
But listen. No,
whole video's
what you're
topic
saying is
against that.
Terrence Crawford has
Tony.
done nothing at welterweight. That is incorrect because
I didn't
Terrence
say that,
Crawford.
sir.
No, you did. You said he hasn't
No,
beat anybody to be elite
That's,
at welterweight.
that's what I said. That's
At
what I said.
welterweight.
Correct.
Right. But here's the problem with that. He beat the guy that beat Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman couldn't beat Manny Pacquiao, but Terrence Crawford beat the guy that beat Manny Pacquiao. So therefore, yes,
Tony.
he's a world champion at welterweight. So your argument for Deontay Wilder being elite is that he's a world champion. Well, Terrence Crawford did that in his first fight. However, here's the fallacy in what you're saying, Hablo. I know you're trying to chime in behind me to discredit Bud, but here's the problem. Like Lady Chan is telling you, you cannot discredit what he has done in his past. He is a 3-division champion. Not only
I'm
that,
not discrediting
at 140,
anyone.
hold on, Hablo. At 140, he was undisputed. He moved up because he beat everybody there was to beat when he was
I
at
was just about
140.
to say that.
That's why he went up. Case in point to this, like the title says, Usyk
Can't
is
compare
an elite
Wilder
fighter.
and
Usyk
Crawford.
is an elite fighter. Has
Correct.
he beat all the
So-
top heavyweights yet? Being that he's heavyweight, no, but he's still an elite fighter.
Yeah.
Just because he
Okay,
moved up
so-
doesn't mean he's not elite anymore.
So Tony, Tony, do Styles not make fights? Do Styles make fights? Can we agree with that?
I,
No, hold on. I'm talking to Tony here. Tony, do Styles make fights?
90% of the time, Styles make fights. However,
Because-
hold on. I'm gonna stay with you. I just want to say this. 90% of the time, Styles make fight. However, you do have exceptions. Case in point is like a Floyd Mayweather who could adapt to any style.
Okay, so with that being said, like you said earlier before, saying Usyk, you think his style will give Anthony Joshua problems and death by 1,000 pillows, etc., etc. Jeff Horn had a style that gave Manny Pacquiao problems. Can we agree that Manny Pacquiao is an all-time greater fighter than Jeff Horn? Can we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay then. So my point is this, that if we're going by Styles making fights and Jeff Horn having a bad style against Manny Pacquiao and beating Manny Pacquiao, then what is your point then? Because at the end of the day, nobody's debating who's greater between Pacquiao and Horn. We all know who's greater and on the pound for pound list all time.
No, because you're trying to negate somebody that is a freeweight world champion.
But hold on, Lady Chan, but that's not what I'm doing, Lady Chan.
147.
Lady Chan, okay, Lady Chan, I'm not doing that. I give Crawford his credit. I said Crawford's a pound for pound fighter, but as boxing is a game of what have you done for me lately? We're talking about at welterweight. We're not talking about anything else. We're not talking about his pound for pound status.
But you have to include that.
All right.
You have
Let's
to
talk
include
about
that.
welterweight.
No, Haplo, wait. You have to include that. This is what I'm saying. He's not just Errol Spence that just stayed at 147. You have to include that he is a 3-weight world champ. You cannot just box him off for 147.
Well,
it is not the same.
Lady
yes, you
Deontay
can when it
Wilder.
comes.
Hang on.
Yes, you
Lady
can when it
Chan,
comes to opponents.
Let's humor.
Yes, you can.
Let's humor.
To be a
Lennar for
freeweight
second.
world champ, to be a
Let's humor
freeweight world
Lennar
champ, obviously
for
you're
just a
elite.
second.
Obviously you're elite. Obviously you're elite.
Where
Let me
I didn't say
humor,
Crawford. Hey,
Lennar
hold on.
for a second.
Hey, Haplo.
Lennar,
Yeah,
just a second.
no,
Just a
Haplo.
second.
Hold on.
I've been
I'm
waiting.
gonna give it to you. I know you're about to
Crawford
say something,
won
but
the
let me just
title
make this last
in
point.
his first
Let me just
fight
make this
at
last point,
welterweight.
Haplo.
He has a 100% knockout ratio at welterweight.
So let me
Who
just make
else
this last
has
point.
done that?
So let me make
Who
this
else
last
has
point.
done that?
Let me make this last point, sir, to Lady Chan.
Who else
then I'll
has
get
done
to
that?
you. Lady Chan, I'm not debating whether Crawford's elite. I actually think Crawford is elite. But my point originally was to debate off of your point when you said Wilder was not elite based off of his resume beating bums. That's what I'm saying. I'm in agreement with you. I do think
Crawford.
that Crawford is elite, but I think there's other things that factor into that, making you an elite fighter at a weight class. That's my argument. And that's where I stand with
Okay,
it.
Wilder's not
Yeah.
elite.
All right.
So we still
An
got to
elite
the
fighter at a weight class.
He's not elite.
He
Wilder's
comes
not
into the
elite.
weight class. He comes into the weight class, wins a title in his first fight, and has a 100% knockout ratio at welterweight. That is different than Wilder. It's not comparable.
Very much different.
It's
So,
not just
wait,
that,
so-
though. It's not
so-
just that, though. But hold on. Let me say this. It's not just that. Here's the issue that I'm having with what you're saying. The problem is Terrence Crawford as a fighter. You keep saying weight classes, but a weight class doesn't change you as a fighter. You're either elite or you're not elite. he was already elite when he left 140. You don't just automatically become not elite because you go up in weight. Now,
Tony,
can you lose? Hold on.
No, wait, Tony, hold on, wait. My phone's about to die. If it dies,
All right, go ahead.
okay?
Then. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go right now. I'm gonna get back on, and we can finish it. I'm sorry, my phone's about to die.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right, we'll probably still be here. But anyways, my whole thing was with what he was saying is my only problem is you don't automatically just not like you're no longer elite because you move up in weight. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
If you go up in weight and get your ass whooped, then yeah, you have an argument to say that this guy could not make it at that weight. He's not elite at this weight. However, if the guy is elite and he goes up in weight and he's winning, you can't say he's not still just as good as he always was.
Correct.
That's my problem with
But
it.
Tony, the thing that these Crawford haters always say is 147. But if you look at his record at 147, he's got 100% knockout ratio, and he won a title in his first fight. So, I mean, where do they have to go from there?
Well, here's the thing too: is I believe that Cal Velasquez is an elite welterweight, and I think whenever he knocks out Virgil Ortiz, a lot of people are going to start giving Bud a lot more credit for stopping him. I think Cal Velasquez can beat a lot of these welterweights. I think he can beat Sean Porter. I think he can beat Boots. I think he can beat Virgil Ortiz. Well, I think he's going to beat Virgil Ortiz when they fight. And as Cal Velasquez starts to rack up these wins against the quote-unquote elites of the welterweights, then that only puts more validity to how good Bud actually is because he stopped him.
Right. He's elite. The end. Wilder is not elite, in my opinion. He stepped up to elite, Tyson Fury, and he hasn't beaten an elite fighter. Bud has.
Yeah, I don't really get the whole comparison at all. Like, I don't think those two guys are comparable. Right. I mean, I'm a Wilder fan, and I'll tell you right now, Crawford is way more elite than Wilder.
He's elite. At least you admit it. I respect that.
Well, it's just like here's the thing. Crawford is elite. Now, if you ask me who is the number one welterweight, I would say Errol Spence because of the resume at welterweight. But that doesn't mean that Errol Spence is more of an elite fighter than Bud because I believe Bud is more elite.
But,
he hasn't solidified himself.
I will
as
counter that, sir, with did Errol Spence win a title at his first fight at welterweight? And does Errol Spence have 100% KO ratio at welterweight?
He's undefeated though, so what we're saying, Errol Spence is still elite.
Yeah, but he's failed to KO his last 4 opponents.
Yeah, but he is elite. We can't say that Errol Spence isn't elite. We're just saying
I'm not saying he's not elite, but I'm saying people always want to use the comparison of welterweight with Crawford and Spence. But I would say, in that regard, I would say, did Spence win a title in his first fight at welterweight? No. Did Spence have a 100% KO ratio at welterweight? No. So, I mean, it's arguable.
Yeah, but you don't need
better at welterweight.
You don't need 100% KO ratio to be deemed as elite. There's many elite fighters that got the win, but
he's not elite.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying Spence isn't elite, Lady Chan. I'm saying he is elite. But I'm saying, like, when people draw the comparison between Crawford and Spence at welterweight, and a lot of the Spence fans tend to want to section off Crawford's career as welterweight only. At welterweight, he won a title in his first fight, and he has 100% KO ratio. Can you say the same thing about Spence? No.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think what Tony's saying is that Spence has just got a better resume at 147.
Well, yeah, and the thing too is, like, I hear what you're saying, Pablo, but that's not a fair. It's not a fair comparison because Bud Crawford didn't start at welterweight. Errol Spence did. Bud Crawford already had 30+ fights by the time he went to welterweight and started his knockout spree. Whereas
but
Errol
it's the Spence
starting
fans.
fresh at welterweight.
It's the Spence fans though that want to section off the welterweight division. So
but
again, if you're talking about welterweight, I think there's an argument that could be made that is Crawford has a better run at welterweight so far than Spence.
Yeah,
He's had a
again,
longer winning streak. I think he's back on a 10, 11 straight win from going from 140 to 147. I think
I would have to come back full circle and say what I said from the beginning. I believe Bud is a more elite fighter than Errol Spence. But if we're just strictly talking about 147, the number one guy at that division, in my opinion, is still Errol Spence Jr. If they were to fight, I think Bud beats him. I think Bud beats him
I agree
easily.
with Tony.
But Spence is still the man of the division, in my opinion.
Correct.
I disagree. I think Pacquiao is the man of the division. He just beat Broner and Thurman. Spence has fought neither. So when it comes to who's the best at 147, you got to go Pacquiao, in my opinion.
Well, Broner's not, you can drop him out now. He's not one to brag about anymore, to be fair. But I do agree with you to a certain degree. Yeah, you could have picked better. Thurman, easily.
I'll be right back. Y'all chop it up. I'll be right back.
Cool.
All
right.
Sorry guys, I had to put my phone on the charger real quick.
No
My argument is just this. I was just saying that, Lady Chan, we can't agree with Haplo. We can't just say resume at a weight class if it's maybe kind of trash doesn't make you an elite fighter, and that's my argument. Now I agree with you. I do think Terrence Crawford is elite at welterweight, but I think it's more than just a resume that makes him elite. I think the eye test, as well as the dominance, as well as a resume, all three of those things are components to decide whether a fighter is elite at a weight class. But if we're just going to hold the resume against them and not count the other two factors or other factors, then I think that's not true.
So what other two factors does Deontay Wilder have as that makes it? Give me the factors of why Deontay Wilder
dominance, like I said, dominance, and the eye test. That's why I consider him elite.
No.
Okay, well that's fine. Then that's fine. You can disagree.
No, you got to prove it. You can't just eye test. Everybody just when it comes to Deontay Wilder, everybody just does this eye test shit because you know why? Because he doesn't fucking fight the people that he's supposed to. So
then that can be applied to Terrence Crawford out of welterweight.
No, we don't care about eye test. We don't care. There's no dominance. The dominance is against what quality level of opponent.
Fine, then Terrence Crawford fights bums and he's not elite. Fine, then we agree he's not elite. Terrence Crawford.
No, Terrence Crawford doesn't fight bums.
Okay, but hold on, but Deontay Wilder does, right?
Well, how come Deontay Wilder is not unified? Why has he never been unified? I'd give him.
Is Terrence Crawford unified at welterweight? We're talking about welterweight here.
So hold on. So who is Deontay Wilder beaten? That's elite. Who is he beaten? That's elite. Not in the top. That's elite.
Who is Terrence Crawford beating at elite?
No.
At welterweight.
Who is Deontay Wilder beat? That's elite, sir.
He hasn't beat anybody, but Terrence Crawford has.
So he's not elite.
But hold on, but based off of your argument, based off of resume,
Thank you for the answer. Finally.
I want to agree with Lenar,
who has Terrence Crawford beat at welterweight?
Why do you keep comparing Wilder to Crawford? Why do you keep
that makes you elite? That makes you elite.
I'm trying to make I'm trying to make the point and say that
that's
I do
different
think
subject, dude. No, Crawford is in a whole different subject than Wilder. Bro.
Thank you.
Hold on,
and I'm a Wilder fan.
Haplo, do you consider Wilder elite? Yes or no?
Wilder's not elite.
No, I'm asking Haplo. Do you consider Wilder elite?
I think in this division, in the heavyweight division of 2021, yes, he is elite. Because
okay, then thank
he's
you,
in
sir.
the top
so
three.
Going back to you, Lady Chan. My only argument is I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Is he elite in terms of like being a household name and like through the history of the heavyweight division? No.
That makes him popular. It doesn't make him elite. Elite.
Hey, I agree with you. I don't think he's pound for pound status at all. I'm just saying you cannot just say a resume is the only thing you're going to consider elite at a weight class.
Resume, skill set, and when he stepped up to fight an elite fighter,
signature victories.
He hasn't.
Terrence Crawford has yet to step up himself. So
he hasn't won. He hasn't won. Evander Holyfield was elite. He was undisputed at unified champ in cruiserweight. Stepped up and did how many times unified in the heavyweight division? That makes you elite.
Well, he was
Deontay Wilder came from cruiserweight and
He was
established
undisputed
himself as a world
at
champion
cruiser
cruiserweight,
and
and then he came up
heavyweight.
to heavyweight and was just, I could consider him nearly to the elite, but he's not. He's not.
Evander Holyfield proved that he was elite at welterweight by beating the best fighter.
He fought Tyson Fury, who is elite.
Evander
Sorry, and
Evander
he hasn't
Holyfield
won.
never fought at
He
welterweight.
hasn't won.
Lamar.
He hasn't
I'm
won.
not talking about him fighting a welterweight. You guys are not making the correlation.
No, I've gone past that.
No, you said welterweight just a second ago.
No, I'm just talking about Evander Holyfield right now. Her point with Evander. I'm just touching on that point. I'm leaving the welterweights alone right now.
Hey
Oh,
guys,
well-
can you just one at a time, please? Because I can't even hear you. A lot of people can't hear you.
What skill
Alright,
set
I'll go on
does
mute.
Deontay Wilder have that's elite?
Just boxing. I'm talking about boxing.
What skill set has he shown us that he's got
Elite knockout
Knock
power.
people out.
Elite knockout power. Elite chin.
No, he hasn't got an elite chin. He's been
Pressure.
down.
Yeah,
Pressure.
But did he get knocked
He's
out?
elite pressure.
Every fight has been, most fighters. have been down.
Elite speed. Elite foot speed.
He hasn't got elite. He's got the worst footwork ever. His stance is
I said
extra
foot
fucking
speed.
wide.
I said
He
foot
hasn't got
speed.
no good foot speed like that. His footwork is trash. Come again with something else.
I said foot speed.
Come again with something else. I don't
Foot
care how
speed,
good is your
foot
speed.
speed, foot
If
speed.
your footwork is trash, how you stand and your stuff. Dillian White's the same. Trash footwork. How they
So
position
we're
their
talking
feet,
again.
totally wrong.
I just
So
said
what
I
I'm
have to
saying
say,
is,
foot speed and footwork are two different things.
different. Thank you.
okay, foot speed. All right, whatever you want to give him foot speed. I think it's trash. I don't think his foot speed is amazing. That makes you elite. No one goes into the Hall of Fame because they've got a fucking fast foot speed. It needs to be an entire. It needs to be an entire
the Hall of
package.
Fame for getting his ass whooped a bunch of times.
No, there's people that should have been in it. We know that isn't, and there's people that maybe are in it that maybe shouldn't be. But that's you're doing semantics at the end of the day. We know what we're really talking about. There's nothing elite of Deontay Wilder. There's nothing elite.
Okay,
Elite
there's
means
one
what?
thing.
You know
There's
how
one
hard
thing that is. There's
Let me
one thing
speak,
that no
Haplo.
one can argue.
Haplo,
No one
let
can
me
argue
speak.
that right
If
hand
it-
is
Hold up.
elite. That's a
If elite was
elite right
easy to
hand.
get-
That's an
Haplo,
elite right hand.
Haplo.
He's got an elite knockout
Haplo.
ratio.
Hey y'all, I just got back. Hey, people stop talking over people.
Yeah,
Like, I was
yeah.
back and everybody
That's Lady
talking
Chan
over
talking
everybody.
over people.
Yeah, because Tony gave me the floor, so I did my rules. Now Tony's back, I won't overtalk.
All right.
I hadn't
So,
finished talking, but I hadn't
Alright.
finished my point. My whole point is what makes, if elite was easy to get into, there would be no elite. To be elite, you have to cover all bases. You have to have great footwork. You have to have top quality of opponents. Your resume has to be outstanding. Your skill set has to be outstanding. That's what makes you elite. If everybody had that, it wouldn't be called elite. It would just be called regular. That's why we have.
So-
that's why we differentiate from elite to
Lady
regular.
Chan. So,
And,
Lady
and
Chan,
I
you're
would
saying
counter
that you have
that
to.
with
you
the
have to-
fact that
Lady,
Wilder
la-
does have elite
hold on,
power
Hoblo,
in
hold
that
on.
right hand.
Hoblo, hold on. You talked over Lenar. Let him speak, and then you jump in, Hoblo.
I was just saying, Lady Chan, you're saying that you have to check off every box 10 out of 10 to be elite, and that's what you're saying?
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, guys. Say that
I
again.
was saying that you have to check off every single box 10 out of 10 in order to be elite. So if you're like 9 out of 10 and something, that doesn't make you elite.
You know what I mean, though. You have to tick more than a few boxes to be elite. I'm not saying that. Like Floyd Mayweather's elite. He's nearly what you call fucking perfection personified in a fighter. He's offensively sound. He's defensively sound. He's sound. His angles is sound. His lateral movements is sound. His punch placement is sound. His timing is sound. His hand speed is sound. His footwork is sound. His ring generalship is sound. His ring IQ is sound. Yes, that's what makes you elite, sir.
Okay, and Lady Chan, and guess what? He's not elite in punching power. So is he not elite then?
I said he punched. When he was pretty boy, that's when he had the amazing punch power.
But,
So we already tick
but
that.
Money
We already
Man,
tick that box.
Finishing skills were not elite.
We already had it.
He couldn't
We already ticked
finish
that
anyone.
box. We already had
no,
it.
but hold on, Lady Chan. I agree with you. I think Mayweather is elite, but I'm just saying if we're gonna use that argument, so you have to be 10 out of 10 on everything, then that's not fair. Because
No, I
nobody's
didn't say it had to be 10 out of
Like,
10.
for example, okay, then fine. Okay, then I'm sorry. Then I thought that's what you were
No,
trying to
you
say.
don't have to be 10 out of 10.
Canelo's feet's not 10 out of 10, but nobody's
No,
arguing Canelo's elite.
he's
You know what I'm saying?
flat-footed. But you
Okay,
know what? He
thank
makes
you.
up for it in other elite ways.
Okay, we agree. Okay, then.
All right, cool. Sometimes we can all learn off of each other. That's all I'm here to do. Speaking of the game, I don't know everything. What I know, I'll say. What I don't know, I'll ask.
So this is what I'm gonna
But
say.
you don't
about
have to be elite 100% to be elite in
Hello,
one category.
always
And
two steps below.
at one category,
Your
one
footwork is not
category.
elite. Because we've already said
Hold on.
this. You said you don't have to be
All right,
10
I
out
was
of 10 or
listening.
100%
I was
platinum.
listening
You
to
said
you.
this.
Lady Chan, you cut him
I
off.
was listening to you, but
Yeah,
you could be elite. You could be elite in a certain category, and I think Wilder is elite in terms of punching power. That's one thing that I don't think can be disputed at all. His punching power is elite, in my
Okay.
opinion.
So this
Yeah.
is what I want to say real fast. I judge eliteness way different than it sounds to all of y'all. Because
That's
here's
so
the
funny.
thing about it. Listen to this. Here's the thing about it. We could all right now go outside of our house, find a 6-year-old, beat the shit out of that 6-year-old, and look elite. We could all look elite beating up a 6-year-old. However, it's all about level of competition. Now, my thing with Deontay Wilder is I cannot consider him elite because he has not beat enough top 10 fighters. But at the same time, I can't say he's total ass because he hasn't fought enough top 10 fighters. Now, we will know how elite or not elite he is if he'll step the fuck up and fight harder competition. But until you step up and raise up the level of your competition, it's very hard to gauge how good or bad somebody actually is because anybody can look good beating bad competition. It's how do you look when you fight good competition? And that's
what
my
happened?
Agreed.
And what happened when he stepped up to an elite fighter? He lost.
But other elite fighters have lost between elite fighters. That happens.
Yeah, but you can see that that elite fighter is elite, and the other fighter that they've lost to who's elite, you can see that they're elite by their resumes. So it's even footed. So if you're calling Deontay Wilder elite and he hasn't shown us by his resume or who he's fought that he's elite, but then when he does step up to a bona fide who everybody says here on this panel is an elite fighter, Tyson Fury, and he loses, what do you deem him as?
So one loss to elite fighter doesn't make him elite.
No. Do you know why? You've got to encompass everything with Deontay Wilder. You've got to encompass his age. You've got to encompass how long he's actually been a pro. You've got to encompass how many opportunities did he have to make elite fights or unified. Or do you understand what I'm saying? He hasn't done any of that at all because an elite fighter would have that under the belt.
I agree with Tony. He put it perfectly. The jury is still out. We have not seen him against enough elite to say whether he's not elite and whether he was elite. That thought had crossed my mind, but I just decided to consider him elite. But Tony makes a great point. Is at the end of the day, the serving sample was too small.
How long are you gonna wait?
Huh?
How long are you gonna wait? He's 36 in a minute. How long are you gonna wait to see if a guy's an elite? He's been a pro since 2008, 9. How long are you gonna wait?
I still want to see whether Crawford's elite at 147 or not.
Look, let's keep going back to Crawford. We've moved on from that. We debunked that, and then you have
elite is a subjective term. It's not a title in boxing.
It's not
a real thing.
Hey, excuse me, y'all. Hold on. I just want to say this. Tony Yoka. Hold on. Habla. I want to address this comment.
I was talking. Jesus.
I'm trying to address this topic. Just hold up. Yo, Adrian, I agree with you. Tony Yoka, he's going to get knocked out here pretty soon. He is not that good. All right, go back to talking.
All I'm saying is elite is we should move off of elite because elite is subjective and that could be different for different people.
That's
To
true.
me, Deontay Wilder has elite power. He's not an elite boxer, but he has elite power.
So there, you
He has
just said
more
it.
power
So,
than almost anybody else in boxing that I could see.
Jake
my
Paul
eyes.
could come into boxing, which he does, and knock out a few bums. And does that make him that? Oh, he's elite because he's got elite
That's
power.
not the same. No. That's not a fair comparison, Lady Chan.
What I'm saying is,
Jake
if
Paul
you have
isn't
the
going to fight the
opportunity,
guys that
if
Deontay
you
Wilder
have
fought better guys
Deontay
than
Wilder
Jake
is
Paul.
36 years old. He
Yes,
was a
and
pro
he has
4
knocked
years,
out
5 years
Brazil. He's
before AJ.
He's knocked out Brazil. He's knocked
How
out
how deep is the heavyweight division anyway? If
Ortiz.
he ain't
He's
elite,
knocked
how
out-
many elite?
knocked
How
out
many
Brazil
elite
guys
heavyweights?
that-
Is
Knocked out Brazil.
Hey,
already.
can I
We don't even count Brazil on AJ.
Okay,
On AJ's resume. When
Brazil
AJ
would
knocked out
beat the shit
Brazil,
out
he
of
was
It's
Jake
a
Paul.
top three,
Can
and it's
we-
the
They
drop
knocked out
off.
Brazil. He was
Brazil
undefeated,
would
but we
beat the
don't
shit
care.
out of Jake Paul.
Brazil,
There's no
it's
Wait,
not
doubt.
what to talk about.
listen. I don't like.
Well, can I give
you were
my
saying,
opinion?
I don't think that we're gonna agree because everybody's criteria for elite's different. I have my own criteria I do for elite. Lady Happel, you may have one. Lady Chan, you may have one. Lisa, Tony, Sean Pack. All of ours is gonna be different. It may be different. So I don't think it's gonna be hard for us to try to decide. Okay, who we think sometimes can be elites. Some people there's no debate, right? But other fighters we can debate based off our criteria. So it's going to be hard to come to a conclusion.
But you're going from subjective, not objective.
And
It doesn't have to be my
Wilder's
favorite
elite.
fighter to say that somebody's elite. If they qualify, they're elite.
No, but
Whether I
Man,
like them
Crawford
or
doesn't
not.
qualify.
This is like
going
the
based off of
worst
the resume.
heavyweight division era ever.
Yeah.
He's in the top three, and there's a huge drop off. He's elite. I mean, I don't know what else can he do. Who can he prove himself against?
Who are you talking
That's what
about?
I'm saying. He's elite
Wilder.
for
What
today's
can he
division.
prove himself
He's
against?
elite for right
maybe
now,
some top
but
10,
in
other top
history,
10.
he is
How
not
about
elite.
some other top
He's
10?
not elite in history.
How about some other top 10s like Dillian White? How about some other people? Why don't he fight Andy Ruiz? How about that?
Well,
Why don't he fight? Why don't he fight? Why don't he
not
fight?
as elite as
Okay, if
Wilder.
he lose to Fury again, he
Whoever
gonna fight
Wilder
him.
is, Deontay Wilder.
Why don't he fight
two
Joseph
notches
Parker? There's
below.
lots of other people. What do
He
you
only
mean, why-
lost to Fury.
There's a lot of other fighters that he should have fought. There's loads, sir.
Damn, people don't like Wilder, man. That's crazy.
I don't
No,
see
it's
what
not
everybody
people
else
like
did.
Wilder. We're just telling the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts people. But yeah, no.
Dillian White hasn't even fought for a title, even
But the truth
competed
is
in a
that
title
Dillian
fight.
White is 2 steps below Wilder.
Dillian
He's
White's
2 steps
resume is better
below.
than Wilder's, though. So I don't know where
No, it's
I don't
not.
know where you're coming
No.
from.
Because he
I
got
mean, if
knocked
you
out by
count, because he
Joshua
got
back
knocked
then.
out. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no. Dillian
Povetkin,
White's resume is better than Wilder's. It
Povetkin.
doesn't matter who he got knocked out
By
by.
what?
It's the
One
level of
fight?
opponent. It's the level of opponent. He's
At the
taking
end
on
of the
better
day, they
opponents.
all should be fighting each other, as far as I'm concerned, to
I
see
have to
who's the
agree with
best.
that.
There's
He's in
two
the top
people
three,
that
so
AJ
that's
Hey,
elite.
go ahead, Lisa. You haven't spoke. Go ahead, Lisa.
No. I'm just saying they all should fight each other to see who the best. We have a barometer on who fight for who, as far as resume. But like somebody said earlier, styles make fights. We just want to see, we would like to see a undisputed at the end of the day.
No.
A king. We want to see a king crowned. That's all.
I think Ruiz and Dillian White 4th and 5th, and I don't see neither of them beating Wilder. Come on now.
And that's why
Seriously?
I'm gonna
Definitely
disagree.
not Ortiz.
I disagree. Dillian White, I believe Dillian White will spark Deontay Wilder.
No, he can't
Dillian
take
White is a
that
cheater,
right
bro.
hand, bro.
He's
No,
a
don't.
He cannot
cheater.
take
Wilder's
that
going to
shit.
throw uppercuts.
Dillian White, if he's allowed to cheat, he'll beat Wilder.
Oh,
No.
Haplo, give that one up. We moved that on from an hour ago. Stop trying to go back.
All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this.
We've got a buddy that can
The
team
guy-
up.
the
We
guy
don't
cheated.
care.
The guy
We've moved
cheated.
on. We've moved
If
on.
Deontay Wilder,
You've
if
moved
Deontay
on,
Wilder,
but he
hold on,
cheated.
Yeah,
Pablo.
we've all moved on.
Hey, grind hard. check this out. If Deontay Wilder gets pieced up by Dillian White like he was against Ortiz or Tyson Fury, he's not going to be able to stay on his feet. If he gets caught like that by a guy like Dillian White landing consecutive shots like that to his head, I promise you he's going to fold.
Hey, Tony, I'm not saying Tony. I'm not going to say
Tony's
he's going
always
to win.
promising.
I'm not going to say he's going to win, but
Tony's
Tony,
always
if
promising.
Deontay Wilder goes in there and knocks Dillian White out
You
one punch
promise,
and Povetkin
Tony?
there, you can't
You
say nothing
promise
either.
us? Do you
Well,
promise
see, all
us?
these
Oh
people
no,
in
that his
the
challenge is
section
fucking
saying
blast, bro.
White will beat, can't even beat Luis Ortiz. Well,
White can't even beat
what's Luis
Povetkin.
Ortiz
How's he
for?
going to
I
beat
mean, if that's
Wilder?
the case,
Gerald Washington. That's
Wilder,
it.
he fought Wilder.
I know
He
it's not a
fought
lot
Bert-
out there,
He
man.
fought
I
Burt
mean,
Cooper in the past. I'm just saying, let's keep it a buck. They need to get all in there and fight. Everybody always
AJ
throw Luis
AJ got the
Ortiz.
best resume in heavyweight. You feel me? And I don't even think it's that close, to be honest. And you can nitpick at his shit, to be honest.
And why everybody throw Luis Ortiz in there like a shield? Like,
Because he's
like
supposed to be the boogeyman.
he ain't no damn boogeyman. That's just a damn narrative. I'm
He's a
not.
good fighter.
He did
He
nothing
was
to
a
be
good
no
fighter.
boogeyman.
Well, what if he's a good fighter? Is he
Nobody
He's a
said
good
that.
fighter.
That was just a
That's-
talking point.
is he
No
a
one
world
gave a
champ?
shot to.
Is he a world champ?
No, but let's be real. No one gave Ortiz a shot except for
Oh,
No one gave him a shot.
I
They got
agree.
all these
I
fights and
agree.
no one gave him a shot. See,
I
you're
agree.
speaking narrative.
Luis Ortiz-
You're
Luis
speaking
Ortiz was a great fighter
talking
back in
points. I don't want to hear
1934.
that.
He was the man
I've
in
got two
1934,
friends
but
that
not
play the
today.
violin. I've got two friends that play the violin. I'll call them over and let them play the violin like, woe is me. That what you're doing is you're painting narrative. It's weak, it's dead, it's tumbleweed. Let's
I want to
move
give
it
him a
along.
shot.
Well, let's get them to play
You don't
the,
have a
the
machine
same
behind
thing for you, so that
Yeah, I
they
think
can
play
play
for
it for you for
No,
AJ
thank you. Your
and
name's
all of his
Caplo.
woes.
From today, your name's
For
Caplo.
AJ. For
Caplo.
AJ.
Caplo.
Yeah, and your lady Cap.
But Caplo, you don't want to play with me like that.
Lady Cap.
Lady
Lady Cap.
Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. I don't do
Cap.
just the internet.
Can
I
we-
don't do
can
the
we-
internet things. I'll go
You started
above
it.
and beyond.
If you can't
I'll
finish
go
it,
above and
don't
beyond.
start
So
it.
just proceed with caution.
Man, this is what I love
All
about
right,
boxing. Man.
proportion. Lady
I
Cap.
just, it's just so funny how passionate we get about boxing, man. It's just, you just sit back and think about it. Like, we're really some people on the internet arguing about this stuff, life and death, man.
I
And I
know we're
love boxing.
losers. We're losers, really, when you look at it. Innit? We're like,
It's just
what a
funny.
fucking life. Yeah, for real. It's true. We're not
Yeah, but
elite.
I'm saying, like, okay, Ortiz fought Burt Cooper in the past, and no, I'm not saying that, but like, it's nothing on there that screams that he's, I'm like, okay, he got in there, fought Wilder, gave him he's a great boxer.
Yeah,
He went in there, and he's a southpaw.
Yeah.
He gave Wilder a tough fight the first fight. I'll give him that. And I think his best real win was, real win, but I meant to say, his best win was Brian Jennings. That's when he looked like the boogeyman in that fight.
That's about it.
But do I put him better than Povetkin? No.
No.
Who? Luis Ortiz and Povetkin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I've
Ortiz
always
was
heard
not
That's unknown.
Povetkin locked
That's
off
unknown because they never fought.
I think Povetkin officially retired now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he is. But look at
tired,
the
man.
resume. You can't like.
Yeah.
You're not
Oh,
keeping
okay.
about eye
I
test.
think they fought in the amateurs.
That's where it's supposed to be used. Look. Open your eyes
Povetkin also
and look.
used a lot of performance-enhancing drugs
Okay, so Luis Ortiz popped dirty as well. How about that?
for heart medicine.
How about that? He still popped dirty. He popped dirty.
For heart medicine.
So they say. So they
Yeah,
say.
they admitted
Nandrolone.
that there was
Yeah,
heart.
heart medication. So what? He should have declared it. So he's got that on his record. He popped dirty. So fucking what? We still think he's a great boxer.
Oh, man.
I don't think he's a great boxer.
Okay, you always go against the grain, but it's cool. Yeah, it's up to you, whatever.
That's my thing, though, Lady Chan.
Yeah, I know.
Contrarian.
That's how I do it.
No.
I think Lewis is a good fighter. Luis, I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
I think so
I think
too.
he's
I
good,
think
not
he's a little
great.
underrated, but it just sucks he never got a chance though.
Yeah, but what do you think he got left? He already over 40.
He's over 50.
But you got to
God
give him some type
damn.
of credit for a 50-year-old competing at this high level at 50. You
Yeah,
have to
I
be some
respect
type of.
that. Yeah, you're right.
Luis Ortiz did an interview and he said that he used to watch Muhammad Ali fight on TV. That motherfucker like 93 years old. Get the fuck out of here.
Luis Ortiz told me that he saw the Hindenburg blow up.
Luis Ortiz told me that he was playing with Jesus one day back in way thousands of years back.
Luis Ortiz said to God, "Yeah, on the seventh day shall we rest?" He was up there making the fucking world.
Stiff jabs.
Luis Ortiz really witnessed the Big Bang.
Luis
Stiff
Ortiz.
jabs.
Luis
You ask him
Ortiz.
why nobody fight him.
When
You need to
dinosaurs.
ask to the guy in the chat, Stiff Jabs. You need to ask that to his not us, but maybe his handlers.
Yeah, he had bad. He had bad
He
management.
didn't have people. To me, those people weren't in his best interest. I'm not saying like he could have had the AJ fight, and I know it was on short notice that second time, but he could have had that and the Wilder fight.
He could have.
I turned down the fights.
Yeah, he's lucky he's still ranked in the WBA. I don't know how, but he's still there.
It's like Emmanuel Augustus. You always got, and I'm gonna tell you another thing about Luis Ortiz. He always throwing out there. He has said to AJ, "If what you call it don't work out, I'll step in." He said that.
Yeah.
But
Miller. So he must have knew something behind the scenes.
But,
if that don't work out, I'll step in.
But here's
so
the problem.
He said that. Then when you call him, he ain't ready.
Yeah, like they offered him more money than he ever been paid in his life, and he turned it down.
I think $7 million.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
They all talk that business until it's time to get in. It's always something.
But guess what? He Spencer Fearon was on Counterpunch doing an interview with Kurt was interviewing him, and Lennox Lewis told Spencer Fearon that he sparred with Luis Ortiz. How old do you got to be then? He said Luis Ortiz at the time was like 17 or 18.
Oh, okay.
Bro,
yeah, I heard.
Just say that,
so he's not in his 40s.
They said,
clearly not.
They said in the chat, Ronald Figley said, feed him to Andy Ruiz. And I think Andy Ruiz would eat all of them with some salsa and guacamole.
Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz would be
no, man. Andy
that's a great fight.
That's a great fight.
That was just a joke.
I would
edge Luis Ortiz. I thought it was funny.
The new Andy Ruiz is not wrestling right now. Sorry. He better go back to being fat.
You know what? When you transition from trainers, but when you transition from trainers and that weight loss he had, he got to acclimate to the new trainer.
Yeah, his punch resistance is gone.
Yeah, the weight loss.
Because the weight loss for Areola was amazing, but it made him stronger. But for Andrew Ruiz, it was like he was drained. It just wasn't working for him.
Right.
It's weird how it affects every fighter individually. It's unique to every fighter.
Yeah. Oh, here go this bullshit, this Trevor Bryant. Like, this motherfucker so bad. The real WBA champion. Get the fuck out of here.
That's you guys' heavyweight champion at the moment, though.
Nah, man, we don't claim that dude. Fuck
well,
that.
You should. You got to keep the same energy.
No. I don't claim that baby ass belt. I keep that same energy for every fucking weight class. That regular WBA don't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Jared Anderson would have been in the Olympics.
Yeah.
He's young. Yeah, that would have been great.
He's giving Tyson Fury that work in sparring.
Yeah.
That's how I know Dillian White would fuck up Fury.
Oh, I know he'll fuck him up. He'll beat him. He'll beat Fury easily. I know it. I've been predicting this forever.
So Tony,
just like I know Dillian White gonna knock out Deontay Wilder.
You guys are delusional.
What y'all got some hometown bias or something?
What's
up?
Why do you like Dillian White so much?
No,
let me answer this question. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly why.
US got hometown bias for Wilder. So
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
I never
Hey,
said I liked
The
Wilder.
door swinging
I
both
keep it a
ways.
buck though.
Lenard, let
Go
me
ahead,
tell
go
you
ahead.
why I like Dillian White. I'm gonna tell you right now why I like him. This is why I like him more than any other fucking heavyweight. Okay, now
I'm
AJ will fight people, but here's the thing:
dying.
Dillian. Let me finish, Hoplo. Dillian White will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. He's taking fights on as short as a week's notice. Okay, 1 week, 7
As
days,
long
still
as he's
taking fights.
allowed to
Let
cheat.
me finish talking, Hoplo. Stop talking over me. Secondly, what makes me like him the most is he's a motherfucking dog. If you hit him in the nuts, he's gonna hit you in the nuts twice. If you elbow him, he gonna fucking try to body slam you. That's why I like the dude. He a fucking dog, and I respect a dog. I don't like a pussy who gets hit in the nuts and complains to the referee. I like a motherfucker. You hit me in the nuts, I'm gonna knee you in yours, bitch. I
Yep,
like him.
I
That's why I
agree.
like him.
I
Do you
agree.
respect
That has
cheating?
nothing to do with
Do you
skill set.
respect cheating?
Yeah, we do. We've already gone past that. We all agree we respect cheating. We do. Yep, we do. Next topic.
We already
Oh,
also
okay.
discussed that he was cleared of all cheating. Cleared.
Upload this.
Cleared.
No.
Cleared.
No. Sorry, Tony. He was not
Pablo.
cleared of all cheating.
I'm surprised y'all ain't hyping up Joe Joyce. Y'all don't think he gonna be anything?
No, so this is what I'm
Usyk
saying.
already beat
We're
him.
not, it's not hometown bias. I'm a real boxing fan. Joe Joyce is not the guy who we thought he was probably going to be. No, he's not. He fucking really did lose that fight. He lost that fight. He was 5 rounds down. Until that knockout, you could have gave him one just on merit.
I had it 3-3. I had it 3-3.
Oh, I had him all rounds down. All rounds.
Yeah, that boy be getting hit.
Tony.
So if we was really for the hometown fighter, I'd be capping for Joe Joyce. No, what I saw, Joe Joyce isn't the guy.
But lady Chan, come on, you do kind of seem to have. Do you live in the UK or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying this is true, but you do kind of seem to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you have like a little bias towards the UK fighters.
No, I
There's nothing
don't.
wrong with that.
No, I don't. I can't stand Tyson Fury. I can't. I don't rep for Billy Joe Saunders at all. I predicted Canelo was going to wash him. And even though all the Brits on my side was telling me I'm being a traitor, no, I'm being a realist. Billy Joe Saunders cannot beat Canelo. So no, I don't have hometown
Say that
bias.
to U.S. boxing fans that they bias.
Yeah, you guys are biased.
Interesting.
Hey, I think all of us can be a little biased towards certain fighters all the time, whether we admit it or not.
Not just because of the country, though. There's lots of fighters that I like that are not. I like more non-UK fighters than UK fighters. Facts.
Who's running boxing right now? UK or US?
Depends what division. The heavyweight is ours, but all the other divisions, I would say, is US.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm. Not biased. See, that's not biased, is it?
See, all of UK. See, a lot of I supported UK, fighters all over. But no, I'm talking not just UK, but channels all over, and they always supported the UK fighters. I mean, the US fighters.
Yeah, we
And they
grew up
always they would stay up. They would stay up. People, y'all got to put it into, they would stay up 4 or 5 in the morning watching the fights.
Yeah.
Until ungodly hours. So they definitely support.
Let me not say UK. Let me say Europe. So let me say Europe, not UK.
Yeah, it branches off. There's Eastern European fighters, and there's that. There's this different. Yeah, my favorite fighters are mainly US and some Mexicans as well.
I just want to say this. I want to say this because we were talking about elite earlier. Joe Joyce is 1,000% elite. And the reason why he's elite is anybody that can punch that fucking slow and still hit somebody, they're doing something right. I've never seen anybody throw punches so fucking slow in my life, but somehow he doesn't miss. I've never seen the shit. I've never seen this in my life. How does he land punches?
It's just timed so perfectly.
Timing. It takes fucking 3 years for it to land.
Looks are deceiving.
Maybe he's trained in capoeira. He's very athletic for his size, even though he fights mad slow. When he wins fights, you see him do that, that cartwheel without hands. He's very athletic. It's weird. He's a contradiction. And plus, he's an Olympian. He's a silver Olympian. Some say he should have been gold because he got robbed, but he has got pedigree like that. He comes from stock.
I do like his juggernaut helmet though. I
Got a
like
nice
that outfit.
jab.
He's got a
He got a nasty jab. I have to say that.
But Carlos Takam gave him the work. Sorry.
Who wins, Wilder or Joe Joyce, Lady Chan?
I
Ooh,
would.
that's a tough one.
Oh, that's a tough one.
You know what?
Wilder would knock this
I
guy's
think
block
Wilder.
off.
I think if Wilder lands on him, yeah, I think that Joe Joyce
Wilder would knock this dude's
might
block
go
off.
down.
Put some respect. I don't even like Wilder like that, but put some respect on his name, yo.
No, I just
I'm
say
gonna say this.
for Wilder. I would probably edge it for Wilder.
I'm gonna say this. Joe Joyce is known as the juggernaut. He keeps coming. If he can take, you got to put this into the equation. If he can take his shots and still keep coming, I got Joe Joyce winning.
Yeah. If he can take Wilder's punch.
Nobody can keep taking Wilder's punches.
I don't know.
Fury did, and he got up. What do you?
Fury was dodging punches. He wasn't taking punches like that.
Well, Leonard, in the rematch, in that second fight, he landed. Deontay Wilder landed 3 clean straight rights on Tyson Fury. One of them Tyson Fury walked into, and it didn't even have any effect. And you got to understand, Joe Joyce is a lot bigger than Tyson Fury. He's a lot bigger than him. The motherfucker. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, I see what, but I'm saying, like, really, when Deontay Wilder's like on the front foot and like not, because remember his equilibrium was knocked off, and he was getting his ass beat from the beginning of the fight. It wasn't
but this is the thing.
So his power. So I mean, when you're not fresh and you're getting beat up, like your power is not gonna be quite the same. But I see what you're saying though. Like
it would be very interesting. The fight would be very interesting because the thing is. I don't know who would win the fight, to be honest with you, because I know Deontay Wilder is going to hit him because he's slow coming in, and Deontay Wilder is pretty quick. However, like what Lady Chan and Lisa was saying, if that shot that he lands does not knock Joe Joyce down or hurt him, and Joe Joyce closes the gap, he's very good at staying on top of people like glue. So I don't know how it plays out, to be honest with you. It'd be very interesting to see.
Right.
But you're taking away Wilder's main
Wilder destroys
Wilder on the back foot. Joe Joyce would have Wilder on the back foot.
5 rounds.
It would be hard for
Wilder would beat the shit out of Joe Joyce easily.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I really don't know. It would be very interesting.
Don't know that.
Wilder ain't gonna fight
you
him
think
anyway.
White has a chance against Wilder?
No. Doesn't have a chance. He'll spark him. He'll spark him.
You act like Wilder is Muhammad Ali.
They think he's
Muhammad Ali. Wilder's Muhammad Ali, so stop it.
Yeah, they do. They think he's
I just gotta be honest.
Lennox Lewis, so just cut it out. I said cut it out.
I didn't say he was Muhammad Ali or Lennox Lewis.
So who is he?
He beat Joe
You
Joyce,
act
though.
like he cannot get beat.
You said Dillian White can't beat Wilder.
And he would beat the shit out of Joe Joyce.
All I know is everybody better fight each
Give me a
other
break.
before Jared
I mean,
Anderson get
God.
old enough, because he gonna kick everybody ass.
And that's the problem. They're not fighting each other.
Man, this is I fuck.
I could agree there.
Fuck heavyweights. I like to talk about welterweight. That's my division. I love to talk about.
You know what I would like to see?
Tony, no,
you know what I would
no.
like to see? I would like to see Anderson versus Hrgovic. I think that would be a very good matchup. Or you put Anderson against like Babbitt. I think those right there would be the best matchup for Anderson to see what he's really made of and see what they're made of. Because
no one wants to fight Hrgovic.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's the narrative for him. They trying to act like he a boogeyman.
No, but they've gone down they've gone down, I think it's the WBA whole list, like, and nobody, they've got down to like numbered like 8 or 9 or 10. Who's taken the fight? Who's accepted it? Someone has, but they had to go down the list. Andy Ruiz passed, everyone, Luis Ortiz passed. They said, no, I don't want it. Trust me, he must be the boogeyman. He sparred with Wilder. I gave Wilder that work, but he was 19 years old.
They probably ain't gonna make shit fighting him.
Yeah, it's like high risk, low reward.
I think I like heavyweights, but my favorite division is welterweight, man. That's me.
What do you think about
Tony? You ain't know, huh? You know about the division.
What do you think?
Heavyweights run boxing.
I don't
Lamar,
If the
fuck, man.
heavyweight
Fuck.
division ain't right, then nobody else
Listen.
Leonard, who,
always said like
They
that.
haven't been running boxes for the last 20 years, man. I don't want to hear nothing about
Yes,
no
they
Leonard,
heavyweight. I want to hear about the welterweight.
Leonard,
Fuck
what would
that.
you think if Tank stepped up to fight Thurman?
You said what? What'd you say?
What would you think if Tank stepped up to fight Thurman? Because that's what's the rumors at the minute.
Okay, see that's interesting. See that's so ludicrous. I never even. I mean, like before I give an answer to that, who would have thought Keith Thurman and Tank would ever be in a room to fight each other? Like it's just so sad how Thurman has fell off. I
Yep.
just think that's so sad.
After one loss.
Yeah, I think. But anyways, but if you, that's to me, that's so sad. It's like whatever. But
I
we're talking
agree.
about if it depends what Keith shows up. Because remember, he hasn't fought in 2 years, yo. So he's probably gonna be even worse than he was last time around fighting Pacquiao, yo.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just think that I don't know, yo. I don't want to like count Keith out because at the end of the day, a good big man usually beats a small good man. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know how that turns. I think that let me say this. I think that Tank has a definite shot because I think he's catching Keith Thurman at the right time.
Yeah, my heart goes for Thurman because I put him on that regard. Like he's elite, but my logic thinks that Tank would get the win.
I'm not even sure what to think about logic because I think that because I don't know because I think that if Tank goes to his body, yo, with his power punching, he's gonna fuck Keith up, yo. When he goes to his body, you know what I'm saying? I can see Tank targeting Thurman's body.
Yeah,
And
so he would get the win.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't even know if he's gonna be all powerful like that at 47.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
He
know.
may.
Like I'm just gonna say I can't make a winner right now, but I can say Tank has a definite chance. I'll say he
And
definitely has a chance.
Tank be complaining after his fights, like, "Oh, I'm not comfortable at this weight and all that shit." Now you're gonna go up another weight, like it's gonna start catching up, man.
Why y'all acting like the fight gonna happen, man? Stop. Come on, man. Chill out.
Yeah, it's only a rumor. Look, I think
no,
it's only a rumor because they both had good like pay-per-view events and all that, so it'll
It's
get
just
everybody going.
No,
Talking
y'all
about
just
it.
trolling tonight. That's what y'all doing. Y'all trolling.
Tony,
Leonard
what you think,
addressed
Tony?
it on Twitter. He's
what you
like, he
think,
could
Tony?
make the fight. He could make the fight.
I think Keith Thurman's best days are past him, and I think after the fight, Tank gonna knock all his hair out. Like he gonna be bald.
This man trolling, dog. Just like his topic is straight trolling.
No, this is a real topic. I really
This is a real
believe it.
topic.
It's a real topic.
Yeah, they out there
What?
talking.
Come on, Lady Chan. You've been doing good. Don't
No, it's a real
co-sign this
topic.
man.
I was with Ness earlier, like talking to Ness earlier, and that was the topic because Leonard Ellaby already put the tweet out saying that he could do that fight.
Oh, I thought you talking about the Usyk shit. I'm talking about the topic.
No. So
He on his own, right? With that.
Bro,
it's a real topic.
I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50 because I think that, but it's just sad to see Keith Thurman like this, yo. Like
I said the exact same thing.
It's disrespectful. I think. I mean, if this was Pete Keith, I mean, we wouldn't have this conversation.
Exactly.
But Keith's coming off of a loss. I don't think he's motivated.
And he don't want to take
years.
other fights. He talking about he only want to fight big fights, and I don't know. It just don't go like that, bro. You need to like.
That fight. He's already on record saying he'll take the Tank fight.
Bro, Keith should have fought Ugas. Like he would have put himself in position to possibly win, get past Ugas. Maybe that's like a 50-50. But if he gets past Ugas,
that makes sense.
He would have been in. If he would have fought Ugas and beat Ugas, can we all agree Keith would have been in the running now welterweight? He's up there, you know what I'm saying? Like he's another threat. He's
hey, but did you know he didn't even know Ugas? He didn't even know Pacquiao wasn't getting reinstated. They had asked him that. I'm like, bro, how you not up on this stuff? He was like, oh,
yeah, but WBA, the WBA, they ain't want to like throw Ugas in this tough ass fight. They already stripped the man. So give him a light touch, big bag. Make it up to him.
I haven't stripped him. Ugas still has the belt. The WBA regular.
But
the regular,
yeah.
He still has it. Ugas.
He has the regular.
Yeah, he the regular, right? He's the regular, right?
No,
he got the super belt. What you mean?
He's got the super belt. He got elevated. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he got elevated. I don't know what a regular belt is.
I keep thinking about Pacquiao at that damn press conference with that belt.
The freight one.
Yeah,
That's why I was
that's
saying.
for
That's why I
props,
was.
man.
He was
But you know what I
watching
noticed?
Netflix.
Thurman should
But you
fight.
know what I noticed? Maybe it's because of Keith's inactivity. When he lost to
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao, right? He dropped him down like to 11 or something in the rankings. But like
Damn.
when Sean Porter and Danny lost, they was in drop low like that.
Yeah.
But bullshit though. Keith
But
Thurman
it-
had an opportunity to fight Ugas. Like, why can't he fight Ugas? I don't get that. I don't get that. Why?
Maybe
That's a
he-
perfect
Yeah, the
fight.
opportunity
he's
to
not-
fight Crawford too. But go ahead.
You know, like I don't get that. If he wants to fight Ugas and because they both on PBC, make an easy fight. Like that's a
Yeah.
Keith can beat Ugas. I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible, right? You know what I'm
Be a
saying?
champion.
And that was his
Ugas.
belt too.
And that was
That's
his
what I'm
belt
saying.
anyway. Yeah.
That style right there might
And
be
then
all
after
bad for
if you
Keith.
get past Ugas, your quote unquote tune up. I don't think it's a tune up, but you just say you get past Ugas, get that tune up, and then you could fight Crawford or Spence, yo. Like you would
Yeah.
be back in position. That'll make no
Exactly.
sense. That
Yeah.
makes no sense.
He's talking about Tank. That is sad.
That is very sad. Bro.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't end up getting Ugas. They was talking about them too, but they just
Yeah.
put him in with Maidana now.
I
Keith
thought
ain't
I
worried
thought,
about
the
I
fighting.
thought PBC dropped the ball with that one. I'm like, I don't know why they didn't
They've
try
been
to-
dropping the ball, man. They ain't dropping it.
Yeah, cause that'll force Spence to fight him, man. Without no belt, Spence ain't never fighting that dude.
I don't think so either.
Hell nah. Matter of fact, Keith gonna end up on the undercard of Deontay Wilder and Fury, I think.
Probably.
And Spence,
Watch.
I swear, Spence win. Who wanna bet he fight Ugas next?
I think
It
so
ain't gonna
too.
be Bud.
Well, that's just more delay. Yeah.
He'll do bad last, probably.
When Ugas gets past Fabian Maidana, don't be surprised if PBC makes Ugas step in the ring. Do not be surprised if you see that.
You said when Ugas get past who?
When Ugas
Fabian
gets past
Maidana.
Fabian Maidana, don't be surprised if when Ugas steps in the ring.
Oh, he fighting Fabian?
Fabian Maidana, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spence
that's what's up. I didn't know that.
He's on
Yeah,
the
I know that.
undercard.
But you smell upset?
Who is that?
No, I'm just glad Fabian getting a shot. Fabian Maidana. That's what's up.
Who is
I
that?
mean,
That's Marcos Maidana's brother.
his brother, his younger brother, he can scrap.
Oh,
He can actually scrap.
Ugas is
Get
a
out
very
of here.
good boxer. Very good boxer.
You ain't never seen him, Lisa?
Against Porter, I
No.
had Ugas winning.
Black, you ain't tell me about him.
I had Ugas winning too, Lady Chan.
Yeah.
I had him winning too.
Black, you ain't tell me about him. I
mean,
missed that one.
He's not really all that active, and if he is, I mean, he ain't really getting on the. He was getting promo from PBC for a little bit, but I don't know what's happening now. But yeah, he can actually fight though. He can actually fight. Let me
I'll check.
see. I think he maybe have one loss, or he still might be undefeated. Let me check.
Yeah, check his box rec.
Man.
That's a big name to
Yeah.
live up to.
He got one loss, and it came to some guy named Jadair Para. I don't know who that is. Let me see. Some guy who has over 30-something fights and a couple losses.
I'm just pissed that like Thurman and Ugas not fighting because I think we all would agree we would still like to see like Thurman versus Crawford or Thurman versus Spence. Like that would still be a good fight, yo.
Spence said he's not gonna make that fight happen. He said Keith lame, so
I think he'll
Shit,
make it
if he
happen.
got a belt, he'll
If he got a
do it.
belt,
He
he'll
missed
do
the
it. I think
strap
he'll do it. He got
season,
a
right?
belt.
Yeah.
who he gonna get the
Still
belt from,
strap
bro?
season?
Who he gonna get the belt off?
If
Ugas. That's
he
what
could
I'm
have got it
saying.
off Ugas, and then it would
Yeah,
force
hypothetically,
fighting.
if he would have fought Ugas.
If he
Well,
could
when?
get past
Because
Ugas.
if y'all saying Ugas about to fight Fabian Maidana, then
How
when is he
many fights has
No, it was a hypothetical.
How many
If he would have got the fight instead of Maidana.
gonna 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm picking Pacquiao to win.
Now you're picking Pacquiao to win. First it was a 50-50. Now you're picking Pacquiao to win.
Man,
Hey,
that
hold
would
on.
be
Let me tell you why.
terrible.
Wait.
That would be
I'm
so
gonna tell you
bad for
right now.
business.
I'm gonna tell you
Pacquiao
officially
win, man.
why. Look, the pendulum has swung into Pacquiao's favor. I'm gonna tell you why. Black, go ahead and answer this question: why Pacquiao's gonna win? Go ahead and tell him why. Go ahead and tell him why. Tell him why. School him real fast.
Well, I can say a couple of things, but first thing I would say is experience plays a major key. Like I said before, like Floyd Mayweather used to say, experience plays a major key.
Not say the other thing.
And do no vital testing, man. So keep trying to do that. ASAP. Let Manny do whatever he wanted to do, and Errol think he gonna have success doing the same blueprint that Keith did, and it ain't gonna work out, man. So I got Manny
Oh,
How
too.
we found
wait,
that
hold on,
article
hold
that
on, hold
day.
on. You think Spence ain't doing a little magic that he's doing with Blu-ray? Don't be surprised why Blu-ray is about to be back in his corner all of a sudden
Nah,
now.
man, that Malaysia shit is different, bro.
You don't think he's doing little magical stuff that he's doing too?
It
Of
don't it
course.
don't
Let's not act
matter.
like he's not doing what he could be doing.
Yeah,
That
they're
that
both.
Blu-ray
What?
shit ain't fucking with that Malaysia stuff out
No,
there,
yes
man.
it
You
is.
tripping?
Yeah, 11 straight
Mm.
knockouts. Yes it is.
That's that big champ senator legacy shit, man. You tripping? I got Manny, bro.
I got Spence.
Damn, I thought it
By
was.
decision or
God.
KO, Lady Chan?
No, not by KO. He's gonna go the distance.
Okay, good. I'm glad you ain't one of them saying man down, because that
No.
shit ain't happening in a while.
No.
I got Spence unless he put Manny down by a body shot. That's possible.
So
Yeah.
you got Spence too, Lisa?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, you know
I
what?
would like Manny
Y'all
to
gonna
win.
probably duck me for about 2 weeks after that.
I
After
would
Yeah,
like
Manny
Manny.
win.
Spence.
I'd like
Nah,
Manny.
I ain't gonna duck. I ain't gonna duck.
I'd like Manny to win.
I
I'll
got
give the full
Spence. I got
credit. I'll
Spence
give the full
9-3.
credit.
Hey, how do you rank Manny pound for pound if he beats when he beats Spence? Or
Number
Number
if he beats
one.
one.
Number
He
one.
really was number one to me
hold on,
until he
real
got
quick. We
stripped.
on Tony's reviews. Y'all telling me, right, for the record, if Manny beats Spence, y'all rate him number one pound for pound?
Number one.
Only
By
eight,
Hell
far.
yeah.
world champ already. Like it's how much better to me. I already
All right,
respect
cool.
it.
All right, cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad we got
Yeah.
that cleared
I,
Yeah.
out.
I
It's
think
Yeah.
on
he
record.
is that
Keep this
until he got
video. Don't
stripped.
delete this shit, Tony.
Everybody saying he number one.
Receipts, bro.
Yeah. You gotta look at I mean, since Manny came over to PBC, I mean, he been beating all them young guys. He beat AB,
Mhm.
Thurman. And if he
And if he
was to beat
beats what?
yeah.
Hey, is this legacy better than Mayweather if he beats Spence?
It already is.
It,
It
it
already
already is.
is.
Oh Lord, here we
What
go.
what you say,
Well,
Lady Chan?
do you know what? Do you know what? I love Mayweather, but I give Manny the props because he's still active. But Mayweather's untouchable, just in my opinion. Still, to be honest,
But
I'm
well, I agree. Like Mayweather was a better fighter, but
yeah.
as far as legacy and
They
what
both
this
have
guy is
legacy.
still doing to this day, is wild to say.
Yeah,
How
they
do you?
Yeah, Manny's
both have
more of the
Yeah,
legacy.
people's
gotta
They
give
champ.
both
I
still
props.
have
thought.
legacy. One's not better legacy than the other. It's legacy. They've just got two different ways of how they achieve their legacy. But it's
I
legacy.
I I have to say Manny has the better legacy, but Floyd is the better fighter because he beat Manny. But if you just go off a resume and legacy, hands down, Pacquiao has the better legacy.
I gotta go with Manny, dog.
But they gotta go to court. Remember, guys, the court hearing is Thursday, right?
For
Oh,
what?
for real?
What?
Yeah,
They gonna
remember
pay him. They gonna
them
settle.
people Paradigm Sports is suing
Oh yeah,
it's a breach of contract
for Manny.
because Manny was supposed to fight Conor McGregor, but then Conor lost to what's his name? Connier's or
I thought
what
Manny
was it?
had that under control, but they really own him.
Hey, grind hard, stay woke,
No,
man.
Talking
They
about
trying to distract
Grind,
it.
Connor
Hard.
lost to Poirier.
I saw
Yeah,
Grindhard. I saw the article. They trying to stop this fight, but they got to go to court, like because they advanced Manny like 3 point something $1 million.
3.5 million.
Right, and another person that was supposed to be in that contract was Mikey Garcia, but
Yeah,
Mikey he got a way out of it because he was supposed to fight Conor McGregor and Mikey and I don't know whoever else, but because Conor lost the fight, but
Mikey Garcia
I
jumped
really don't
in.
Yeah,
know what's going on with that.
Pacquiao talking all that shit about Floyd, and he trying to fight the same MMA fighter.
No, he not, bro. Come on now.
He was back then.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad that McGregor got stopped so that Manny went after the big champ
That's why
shit,
I say,
the big
bro, it's gonna
fish.
be bad for business. This dude win these damn belts, bro. He
Who?
gonna sit. He just gonna sit with them bitches for about a year and a half.
Who
Who?
who?
Pacquiao?
Yes, bro.
If
He's
he
not
beat Spence, man, he deserved to sit fucking for a fucking year, man. Come on
That's
now.
for me. You know what, Grind Hard? I
That's
feel
why it
like
ain't
this.
never no undisputeds. Don't you like
Yeah,
undisputeds, right?
I want.
Yeah.
I
But
like
That
listen,
shit
how
never
much.
gonna happen at
Grind
Manny,
I'm
Hard.
man.
saying that he should be stripped. He was
Grind
holding
hard.
that fucking belt
Let's
hostage.
keep,
You need to
but
release
let's
the
keep
belt
it
He
a
and
said you
buck.
like
put it up.
undisputed
None of
though.
them young guys are fighting each other. They should be fighting each other and go to Manny for the prize.
Mm.
Manny should be the last man standing, going out
Yeah,
undisputed.
man. They
The
gotta take the
shield.
torch,
That's how
man.
it should. They not
I don't
fighting each
know.
other. So Manny did his just due in this business.
I don't see him fighting Bud next if he wins this fight.
No.
Maybe Ugas. I don't see Manny like on
Hey,
the
so
undisputed
that's why your
trail.
boy man down better win, man. He
After
better
Spence
win.
ain't fighting, if he loses to Spence, he's retiring.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
might
he is.
retire
I
after
don't think
that.
he is. I
Right.
don't think he is. I think he gonna go for Crawford.
He should, man. That'll
If he beats
be
Spence, he'll
ass
fight
shit.
Crawford. I guarantee it.
No, if he loses
wins.
to Spence, I think he'll retire.
Oh, he definitely will retire.
What if he
loses.
win? He should retire, right? Just
Oh,
go out
no.
on top.
Yes, he should
If he
retire,
wants
bro.
Nah, man.
Regardless.
I want to
He
see
ain't gonna
the
fight
Bud
Crawford,
fight.
so we know
I
that's
want
out.
to see the Bud
If you ain't
fight.
fighting
Fuck
Bud,
that.
you need to retire. And
He ain't
fuck
gotta
it, let
fight
let
Bud.
the
If he
belt
beats
float in the
Spence,
division.
he can talk all the shit in the world, man. He blazed PBC. You know, Mayweather didn't do what Pacquiao did, fight a top young hungry lion in his in his prime and shit. So hey, Manny, you can retire after you beat Spence, man. Go out into the sunset. Fuck that.
I agree.
And Manny's got to be careful. He running for president, right? Being in them hard fights like that at this age. He need his faculties, man. He running for president.
He
You know what I'm
beats Spence
saying?
and get elected. Oh man, he on
There's
top
no
of the
VAR
world.
testing. He be alright.
Yeah, but he gonna be sitting in there with the WBC belt, IBF belt for about a year and a half.
This the first time.
Hey,
This the first time. Brian Hart, I think it's the first time he fighting for the WBC, huh? Is this the first time?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, in this division, I believe.
Maybe just only in
Because
this.
Manny ain't really been fighting.
For, no.
That's the thing about it. I thought about it. I'm like, I ain't really been seeing Manny fight for that WBC, bro.
Yeah. That's the point, you know. That's the point.
Yeah, but all them guys that's over there. Look, you got Caleb Plant and what's his name? They ain't fought yet.
Canelo.
I thought, hey, black.
For who? Who, Lisa? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I thought Manny beat way back when Eric Morales for a WBC belt.
So way back then, what division was that, bro? Like 130 or something? 126?
That had to be a long time ago,
was
man.
it Superfly?
It's just been a minute since that man. Ever since they came out with a clean boxing program, that man ain't been fighting for that stuff.
I mean, not Superfly. I think Super Feather. Was it Super Feather? Is that where Eric Morales was? Was it featherweight?
It was at a low weight.
I think it was super featherweight. I think. I'm not sure.
130.
Oh, that's
Maybe
going
so.
back. I remember when they fought. Yeah.
He loved that WBO though. He would fight for that WBO or the WBA.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because they over there. He was over there on Top Rank all the time.
Yeah.
But that was before the clean WBC clean boxing came into existence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you guys got with Canelo and Plant? What do you think about this situation?
It's Canelo's fault and only his fault.
Really? You Jesus?
All his fault.
Fuck
Are you
Canelo, man.
serious?
Go ahead, Grindhard. I'll give my thoughts last.
All of his fault. Not Al Heyman or Caleb Plant. Canelo always be fucking around with people, man. Having people in short camps and all that.
Shit caught up with him, huh?
Yes, bro. You done ducked Andre for Undisputed. Now that shit done came back on him, bro.
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for his punk ass, man.
Like if Caleb Plant can't make the fight, look, it's already gonna be hard for them to make 50 million back off of him and Caleb Plant. Imagine him and somebody else, a light touch, and you could give him 40 million.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to lose all that money.
You know, I have a theory. I don't think they would give him a light touch. I think the PBC. If Plant ducked out of the fight, I think Benavidez would be the person he would be fighting.
He already
Yeah,
said
if
that.
he
I
agreed
think
to
that's
that,
what the
then I'll
team
keep
would have
it
been.
there.
He already
I
said
think
keep
that
it
would have been
there.
the scheme. But here's my thing. I don't blame Canelo. I do not blame Canelo because
Me neither.
Canelo is Canelo. Canelo is the cash cow. You
I
give
do.
Canelo whatever the fuck he wants if you want to fight him. If you don't, then he ain't
Hold,
gonna fight you.
nope,
If you
nope.
want 10 million, just give him what
All
he
cash cows
You're
are
gonna lose.
devious.
You're gonna lose for
And,
less.
and
You're
if
gonna lose
Canelo
for
want that
less,
40 million guarantee plus upside, come to the PBC.
No,
On some
but he
death
can,
row type shit.
he can go anywhere else and still get his base.
Yeah, but
for 35
yeah, but did you
million
see
and
the
outside.
did,
That's what I think.
did you see the what's his name? He did an interview today.
Benavidez.
Tall guy. What's his name?
I thought you said
Benavidez.
Yeah.
He was part of that. Wasn't a one-off. Come to find out, it was
3-fight deal.
it was more than a one-off.
3 fights.
So I don't know what. Just look at the interview.
Hey,
Don't
man,
look at the interview.
shout out to the
I remember that was the news. I remember
Huh?
that was the news at first. It was supposed to
Hey,
be.
shout out to the PBC,
Yeah.
man.
It was
Making that
supposed to be a 3-fight
bed.
deal at first, and then it went to a 1-fight deal. And then David Benavidez has come out and said this deal he was a part of it.
I guess they didn't want to send what's his name to
Plant
to
the
DAZN,
zone, right? Yeah, PBC
as
don't
far
never
as
do
I'm
that type
concerned,
shit.
Plant is a sucker.
I know.
They outbidded the zone, right?
Hey man, fuck Canelo though. Like
Eddie
Canelo, hey,
Hearn
look,
had a chance to bid.
Listen,
I mean, I
Canelo-
look at it like this. Canelo worth 140 million. Plant worth 1 million. You figure out.
but
who
Tony,
has all the
but
cards.
Tony,
Who
guess
got all the
what?
cards?
It's not a question about who richer, right? We know Canelo is rich. He worth 140 million
But
plus.
it is though, Black. It is
But-
though because
but-
here's the
but-
thing.
when it's all said and done,
Hold on, Lenar.
no amount of money is gonna make him undisputed. He couldn't even buy undisputed, man.
Here's my problem though. I like undisputed. I like to see undisputed. But at the end of the day, nobody remembers who these fighters beat for undisputed. They remember the names on your record. They remember who you beat. So if Canelo goes to fight a Beevil or a Better Beef, nobody cares if he doesn't fight Plant for undisputed because
Guess
when
what?
it's all said and done and when his legacy is looked at, nobody's gonna know who the fuck Plan is because Plan is gonna be nobody. The dude fucking sucks.
You know what they gonna remember?
He's
They gonna
Russian.
remember. They gonna remember one phrase.
Plant went
It's
life or
called
death with Caleb Truax. He went
Yeah,
life or death
that
with
was-
Truax. Are
yeah.
we really
all that
serious?
fact.
I
All that
Bro, you
fact.
know the man
Hey,
broke
hey,
his
I
hand.
turned
Come
the
on,
comment
bro.
off. I started saying things. I was like, fuck this. I just turned
Hey,
it
Tony.
off.
Hey,
Hey,
all that's
Hey,
true,
hold on,
right?
hold on. Let Lenar talk. Let
It's just-
Lenar talk. What's up, Lenar?
And I said, if I ever go out, guys, it's just because my phone may die or I'm at work right now, so that's the reason why. If I ever go out, you guys know why. I'm not ducking or dodging nobody. It's just
No,
things
it's all
happen.
good.
Okay, but Tony, I just want to say this because I gotta go. Now we still gonna cook on this Pacquiao Spence situation because y'all acting like this is like before my phone died. You not everybody on the channel on the panel, but you guys acting like that Pacquiao was gonna win and stuff. And I got so many rebuttals to that. But
No.
Just don't
That's not
duck
what
when
we're
you
acting
do,
like.
bro.
That's not what
Don't
we're
duck
acting
out.
like. We're acting like this.
I'm-
Lenar,
Because they
we're
know
acting like this.
Pacquiao in a win-win situation,
No,
man.
Lenar. There's no testing. There's no VADA testing.
and
That is why. That is why.
Shout out to Tony for that.
Tony,
That is
Tony.
why I'm not betting against Pacquiao. No,
Tony,
no,
but Tony,
no.
I know.
Everybody's
Tony,
favorite Keith too.
Tony, I know there's no testing. That's why I said it. I brought up Blu-ray. Why do you think he has Blu-ray? You think he just
So
has
Blu-ray got a better potion than Manny in Malaysia.
Absolutely,
Bro,
absolutely,
you out of your
fam.
mind.
Let me tell you why.
You out of your
Let me-
damn
let me-
mind,
let me
bro.
tell you
Bro,
why.
my
Let me tell
dog
you why.
Spence ain't no
Let me tell
shit,
you why,
dog.
bro. Let me tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Well, that means that's a problem right there.
So
then.
UGC, can I tell you why?
Spence would
think
beat
he
his
go-
ass.
Bro.
He don't need shit.
Pacquiao,
Okay.
even on this shit, has not got a knock on like 10 years other than
Cry
Lucas
hard. Don't
Matisse.
use that as an
No,
excuse.
no.
if
Yes,
he
I
lose.
can. Absolutely, I'm going to. Other than
What?
Lucas Matisse coming up from 140 pounds, he has not knocked out a true welterweight. Earl Spence, when he was with Blue Ray, was knocking out true welterweights, even 154 pounders when he first started. With Kell Brook. So let's not act like
Yeah.
Blue Ray shit ain't something that works.
No, you
Because
can't
that's
laugh.
why he's giving out the
Good
odds.
point.
He said, "Let's not act like Blu-ray shit don't work."
Yes,
It's
it
a
does.
point. You can't laugh it out of the building. It's a point.
Let
Hey,
me
you
tell you
know what?
something,
Let me tell you something,
Lenar.
man.
When
Keep
Manny
that
comes
same
to that
energy. That's
ring,
my response.
when Manny comes to that ring and he leaves that ring with the belt around his head because it's done grown another 5 sizes, you gonna know why he won that fight.
When you see that, hey, hold up,
when you see Earl
Lenar.
Spence's titties be 5 times the size, and
Lenar,
you know about it, don't say
when you
shit.
see
I thought
Manny
that was
Pacquiao,
Photoshop.
calf muscles, don't say shit. Just
Huh?
take that work, dog.
What's up with the WBC? I thought they were supposed to be all clean and shit. Where the VADA
Clean.
testing at?
It's
Clean,
It's
clean
bro.
boxing
optional.
program now.
Optional.
Listen, all
It's
these
not
elite fighters
mandatory.
juice, yo.
Them
Everybody
people are
juices.
some
All the elite
fucking
fighters
crooks,
juice.
man.
They're
They should
all
make it
juice.
mandatory. That's the problem.
Canelo could be doing anything right now. Y'all talking about this plant and
Shit.
plant ducking and shit. You notice that plant said, you know what, man, he being a diva and all this shit. We should be testing by now and getting ready for this fight. But he ain't testing for nobody because there ain't been no opponent selected.
UGC. That's the
Shit.
thing. That's the thing,
He
bro. They
about to
all
blaze
juice.
the fuck out of whoever he picked for September. I'm telling you that now.
At UGC, that's the thing. They
WBC.
all
Well,
they all
I'm gonna
juice,
just
yo.
say this.
All them
Every
juice.
time it comes, oh, I'm sorry. Every time it comes to the undisputed with the PBC, it's always an issue. That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
They couldn't even get the undisputed they had right. They couldn't even declare a winner.
The Charlo
I
Castano.
wish they would have picked
Yeah.
somebody, Lisa, for that. I was
Yeah.
upset.
And they hurry up and put a
Undisputed
mandatory
on
on
their
Charlo,
doorstep.
man.
They
They
don't,
know they're
huh?
supposed to rematch
Yeah,
that.
now you've got Amando. I think it's what is it?
I'm just keeping it a buck. You know, like every
That
time it's
was
always an issue. Like you got to do it their way. What about what's best for boxing, man?
Yeah.
I feel you, Lisa. I just feel like, you know what, Canelo put himself in that position, so fuck him. That's how I feel.
But you know what, Black? All in the history of boxing, all of them A-siders has always been divas. Whether
Yeah.
it was Sugar Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson was one too. If you go back in history and look,
AJ does the same thing.
Oscar,
AJ's
Floyd.
a diva?
AJ
They
does
got
the same
his
thing when
diva-ness about him, I'm sure.
he's got his
They
own
say they say
How?
Sugar Ray Robinson
I'm,
used
I'm
to
trying
come
to I'm
out
trying to
for
understand that part. Like I would give flame
AJ
to
always
AJ
has
if it
to
was justified, but I don't see no diva in him like that.
yeah, AJ always has to have
Cool.
a rematch. That's always a certified clause. Always.
I mean, that's common. That's common. But I see this guy giving opponents a fair opportunity. He give him a fair chance to full training camp, full vital
Yeah.
testing,
Yeah.
unlike Canelo juicing ass. Okay. So I mean, when we talk about diva, I don't really want to put AJ in that conversation because he gives dudes a fair opportunity, even let them put them snicker ass fingerprints on his fucking belts, like
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz fat
Yeah.
ass did. But
I don't know, man. When they were trying to negotiate with Wilder, but AJ was looking a little diva.
now at that time, grind hard.
Tony.
I'll keep it a
Why?
stack. He was being a
What's
diva
up?
back in the day, but present day, I don't see that in AJ, bro.
Hey, I
Why
have to
was he
drop.
being
I
a
have to drop
diva?
out.
Well, let
But
me
I'm
reverse.
saying, I hope this is up a time in the future
Is
to talk
Spence
about
being
that.
a diva?
Hold on one second,
Hold on.
Lisa. Lenar's about to get off. Go
I
ahead,
said,
Lenar.
yeah, I was gonna say that y'all's been a good one. I have to drop out now. But Tony, let's set up about this Pacquiao and Spence thing. About maybe whenever you get a chance to set it up, and I'll email you, you email me, and then we can finish talking about it.
All right, we can talk about this Novada.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
See you later. Bye.
Let me
All
say
right, have a
this.
good one.
All right, Lennar. Well, let me just say this. Was Spence being a diva with Terrence Crawford?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
he told him straight up, like, I'm going the easy route to fight
Fuck
for
no,
them.
he
I would
wasn't.
not go the easy
He
route.
was not.
I'm
He
talking
wasn't
about
being a diva at all. He just wanted to go take care of
Tony.
his.
Come on,
No.
Tony.
Let me talk. He just wanted to go take care of his chickens and his horses. He just needed to do a little bit of farming. That's all.
It's just understandable shit, right?
Yeah, man.
right.
You know, you got
Yeah, I
got
would have had to fight
chickens.
Bud early. Nigga ain't gonna keep
I
calling
felt
me
like
out like
AJ was
that.
coming to the table with, this is what I'm worth, and
Yeah.
at that time, that's what it is. But people always, but nobody said nothing about Floyd when he did it or other people.
Yes.
Wilder wasn't selling out no $90,000 stadiums. Let's keep it a buck.
And Clark
And
ain't
he
selling
still
out.
ain't selling them out.
Hey, so if Spence would have fought Crawford at that time when they met up and they was doing all that talking and shit, who was the A side right there?
Spence.
At that time they
Before
had
he
a
fought
they had a
Porter and
belt of
shit.
peace, right? Was that was before he fought Mikey too, right?
Yeah, before he
That was
fought
before he fought
Mikey and
Mikey.
Horner
So
and shit.
his biggest win was probably when he beat
Brooke.
Bundu in front of everybody on during the Olympics and shit. I know you want to say Brooke, but like he really got a whole lot of buzz off that Olympics victory. I think that was the Bundu or Algeria, some shit. But
Right.
you know,
Or you think Spence didn't want to fight him right then so he could build his name and be the A side when he did fight him?
well, he said he brought up Al Heyman, so Al Heyman had certain plans for him, and Crawford wasn't in those plans. Like Canelo
Right.
said, I have other plans.
Yeah. And the
That's how that
same
was.
thing with AJ. But people gave AJ all that flame, but it don't happen. See, this is what I'm saying. That's why I know there's an agenda against AJ.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it real.
AJ earned his. To me, AJ is the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I actually did a live stream, a topic on that. You know, fuck that. AJ is the face of boxing to me. You know what I mean?
It's like Canelo. I'm not mad at it.
Canelo's a
And
cheat.
Canelo just been around a long ass time.
Canelo just been around. He got a good resume, but that motherfucker's a cheat.
This get on my nerves. He's bigger than boxing. How?
Who?
How? How is he bigger than boxing?
Who?
Fuck out here.
Nah,
Stop.
it ain't really like no Mike Tyson, Ali type
Wilder.
of star.
Hell no, bro. You tripping, bro. He ain't never even unified ever in life.
Man.
Thank you. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Nobody buying that bullshit he's saying.
That's what I
See,
say.
I can't stand stupid people.
He had the chance to unify. Wilder's never wanted to bother. One
He
face,
wouldn't even
one
fight
champ.
Charles Martin, man. Hell no. He ain't no fucking.
He ain't
Get
the
up out
face
of here,
of
bro.
boxing. But if you go over to Blue Bloods, Wilder's the face of boxing.
How he bigger than boxing? He not even a champ. Get up out of here, bro.
How?
He not even a champ. Right, Grindhard?
No, you're dumb as fuck to even make that
Yeah,
comment.
not until he can do it again, I guess.
You gotta be Fury,
I don't
man.
say he's the face of boxing. If I was, I don't know, man. If I was to pick, I pick Pacquiao,
Okay.
man. Fuck that.
Man, fuck out of here.
Pacquiao is not the face of boxing.
Yeah, I know he ain't, no, but I don't know. I don't really want to give it to Canelo, man. He been on that bullshit for a while now, man.
But we just got to be,
He's nothing like
like real.
He's
Like
not
even if
Mike
it's not our
Tyson
favorite
or
fighter, we just got to
Ali
go on
Lev.
like facts. If it's Canelo, it's Canelo. Who cares?
I mean, but Lady Chan, do you think Canelo's a face of boxing? Do you agree?
No, I don't even think Anthony Joshua is the face. I think they're both the cash cows of boxing.
I think
if anybody could, if you could give it to anybody though,
Jake
who do you
Paul.
think has a strong
Jake
argument
Paul.
to be? Stop it. Come on, Tony, you trolling.
Yeah, you would have to lean towards Joshua heavyweight. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hey, hear me out real fast. Jake Paul, the only one doing $1 million pay-per-views right now. He's selling a million.
Yeah, fuck it. Jake Paul the face.
He the face of boxing.
I don't buy any of it.
But I ain't gonna lie,
Oh, yeah,
man.
he doing a
It kind of
million
is
plus buys.
Canelo, man. Listen, you want to know why, bro? Because like Canelo is kind of influencing people to move that way too, bro.
That's why I say he can't be the face of boxing if he influencing people to do fucking steroids and duck undisputed twice. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like look at Jamal Charlo. Like he said everything. Like he
Why you gonna bring him
Canelo
up, bro, to
said.
make your argument? Not Jamal. Come on.
No, bro. Like he's influencing people to duck and say shit like that, bro. That's
why I don't
saying,
want him.
bro.
He ain't the face of boxing.
People
Face of
think what
boxing
he's
is
doing
AJ,
is
man.
cool, bro, and I don't like
Canelo's
that
walking
shit.
shoes.
I don't
Talk,
like that
so I
shit.
know you're not a troll.
Hey, if AJ fight all his mandatories, he ain't never been franchised. He ain't never been called for peds. And he handled his business, bro. He handled his business, man.
This is RGM.
I'm sorry, bro. I gotta go with AJ, dog. And he rich as
But I
fuck.
don't recognize the name.
And he rich as fuck. So,
Bro, they adjust rules, bro. They
gonna be the
up
face
the
of boxing.
PED limit for this dude. Come on, bro.
how is Fury the face of
boxing?
boxing? Fury ain't never even defended his belts, man. Ever.
Ever.
Come on, man. We can't do that, man. AJ has done
I
that.
think Fury is gone now. I don't think that trilogy
I don't
happened.
want this
Fury
guy
is gone in the
to
wind.
respond to me, to XO or whatever.
What do you say?
I don't know who we
Fury
talking.
been said he's never fighting Wilder again. I believe that shit.
We didn't say that Fury isn't.
Nobody say he wasn't top 10. We just say he ain't the face of boxing
So
and
you
whatever
can
shit you said.
X your way out of the conversation. Mr. Exo.
If that's the case, then Mayweather's still the face of boxing.
Yeah, then if
AJ
you're gonna go, yeah,
Wilder.
that's the case.
Man, if this troll don't get out of here,
Look at this shit. Trevor Bryant is the face of boxing.
Yeah, that's when they're there. That's the trolling. This EXO to the RO. We don't care what you're saying. Just go away. Okay.
Hey,
what happened
Rick,
to
love,
Black?
you talking?
I'm so scared of him. Why he sent him so many offers?
Why don't you come on the panel, EXO?
No, he's scared of him. Wilder's
We just
scared.
gotta see. We just gotta see what AJ energy is if Wilder win. See if he still want to be undisputed. If
Of course he
Wilder
will.
win.
And
Of course
he's
he
always
will.
been undisputed. Is
Of course
Wilder's
he did.
energy undisputed?
Hang on, with someone that's got 3 of the
Yeah,
major belts, how and
Come on.
twice unified,
Come on.
why wouldn't they want to
Bring
be
your
undisputed?
bitch ass on the panel.
Because Deontay Wilder's now
Bring your
got
bitch
back.
ass on the
Come on,
panel.
it makes sense.
Hey, Wilder said
Bring your
himself
bitch
that he
ass
We
on
turned
don't
the
care
down
what
more
Wilder
money.
said.
Wilder himself
Oh,
said he turned
yeah.
down more money to fight AJ. They offered him more money to fight AJ, but he turned
Oh.
it down to fight Fury. So that
Oh,
that
yeah.
came out. That came from Wilder himself. So
Yeah.
Tell him to
But
bring your bitch ass on the
bro,
panel.
Wilder fanboy.
I'm not taking no flat fees. I need everything I can to fight AJ, bro. I'm not, bro.
Yeah, but the
a
deal
flat
would be
fee,
different
hell
now.
no
That
type
was
of
then.
way.
The deal would be different now.
Hey,
But
that's
then
the
at that
problem.
time, that was Wilder's biggest like purse. Like, so
That's the
what is a flat
problem.
fee?
Fans
If you
not
can
involved.
beat the guy, beat him and be undisputed, Wilder, bet on yourself. Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather took 30%. What
And Wilder AJ,
That's
that was
exactly-
getting real hype too, man. That was supposed to be like
Yeah.
a real deal $100-200 million fight damn near. You know what I'm saying?
The fans ruined it. Getting involved, worrying about what people deserve. It ain't none of our damn business what they get paid.
Yeah, just negotiate what you want. Don't worry what the other guy gets.
Exactly.
Just negotiate what you want.
Because Wilder just
Andy
wasn't on
Ruiz
that level of AJ.
That's what
I'm
Andy
sorry.
Ruiz did.
He just wasn't. And he still ain't, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to putting asses in the seats.
Yeah, he do.
Just keeping it a buck.
His tickets went out
I don't
today.
want
At
to hear that
midday.
shit.
His tickets went out today at
don't wanna hear
midday.
that, but it's the
They're nearly
truth.
all sold- They're already nearly sold out for the Usyk fight in
Nah,
5 hours.
Usyk fight ain't gonna outsell the trilogy of Fury, man up, and come through. Fury already said if the tickets were swinging. You ain't hear that?
Fury's a liar.
Yeah, he damn sure is there, but
I checked them.
I'm pretty sure if that fight go down, it's gonna sell, man. I bet it outsell AJ Usyk.
Yeah, I checked them 2 weeks before the fight was supposed to happen, and they wasn't even nearly sold out. AJ's just put his tickets out like today, and they're nearly all gone. So 2 weeks before their big major fight, the face of boxing, the best heavyweights in the world, 2 weeks before you couldn't even sell out a 16,000 capacity venue. AJ's nearly sold out a 70,000 capacity venue now within 5 hours. Let's keep it
Now
in.
that's the landlord.
Yeah.
He coming to collect his mortgage.
On his fucking name. You guys do the Barclays and the T-Mobile.
XO to
and all the
RO. Now that's a
Here you go,
boss.
Lisa. Here you go, Lisa.
There you go. He got his bitch ass on.
Come through, XO. Let's hear you. I bet
Well,
he's a troll.
thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing this evening?
We're fine, thank you, sir.
Well,
Go
here
ahead.
we are. We're in a great conundrum. We got a boxing fight that may or may not happen, but Wilder is the face of boxing and bigger than boxing. Sorry.
We apologize.
How?
We feel bad.
How?
He has knocked out or stopped every single man he has ever faced in the ring. Can you compare that to anybody for me? Go ahead and take your
he
time.
hasn't. That's a lie. He didn't do it to Tyson Fury.
Fury was unconscious and
Knocked
admitted he
down,
was
like,
That is
unconscious.
a draw. That is
You
a draw.
obviously
That was
aren't
a draw.
listening.
That was
You're
a
not
draw.
listening. I know you're
Correction.
hiding. So you're just going to run away. I said knocked out, unconscious, or stopped. So
Oh,
either
this is
All
you
right,
his
if you
report.
look
knocked
on
out.
BoxRec, there is
I
not
know
a
who this
KO
guy
Oh wait.
is.
next to
Okay,
that
hold on.
fight.
Everybody
If
stop.
you
Everybody
look
stop.
on
Everybody
I
stop. Hold
BoxRec,
know
on.
who
Red,
this
red,
guy is.
red.
He's
Lady,
just
lady. Hold
changing
on.
his
Hold on. Hold on.
name.
Hold on. Hold on. Everybody stop. Okay, we gotta stop talking over each other. I can't
Sorry.
hear nobody. So, lady, you go. Red, you go, and then Ro, you go after they're done. All right,
Yeah,
there we
I
go.
know. Lisa, that's that guy. That's that reporter guy. He's just changed his name. I know his voice.
You talking about me? I changed my name? No. There's only one
Yeah, hang
SO.
on. It's not your
There's
name.
only.
You gotta
Excuse
wait.
me. Do
You
you
gotta
need
wait.
my?
There's a hierarchy.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
slander
no
me.
talking over each other.
You gotta wait.
That's
Otherwise,
the
you can
only
get booted
rule.
right out. Hello. Anyway, so Tyson Fury got knocked down twice and beat the count on the. He got up on the 9th. So Deontay Wilder on the second fight he lost. So what are you talking about? How's he the face of boxing?
He was unconscious. My claim is that he knocked him unconscious, as
Okay.
Tyson Fury admits it. Thank you.
What do that have to do with him being bigger than boxing? That's all I ask.
Right. Well, that's
Wait,
another
I want
question.
my
That's a good.
turn.
Oh wait, go ahead.
I want my turn. Cause see, I'm not here to talk about your feelings and what what you feel is a knockout or whatever. On BoxRec, on the record, it is a draw, not a knockout. Okay, he has one draw and one loss against Tyson Fury. He is not the face of boxing. He's the face of excuses.
Okay, so the other lady asked me a question about bigger than boxing. So that's
I'm not
the
a
thing.
lady, so there is a lady. I'm a man.
Yeah, she spoke first. That's why I was speaking to her.
Let's talk about.
All right, but it was
Yeah.
my turn after her. You said the other lady. I was the
Okay,
other person
well, you just
speaking, and I'm
made
not a
it.
lady.
Well, okay, so congratulations. You made a comment about your feelings. Okay, so moving on.
No, I made a comment about your feelings.
Those were your feelings. I gave a fact. You gave
No,
your
no, no,
feelings.
no, no. You didn't give a fact. You said he
Yes,
knocked
the fact.
everybody out.
Yes,
You
the
said he
fact. He
knocked
was
everybody out, and
unconscious.
he has
Yes,
a draw.
he was
No, it was a draw. It was
unconscious.
a draw. It
Yes,
was a draw.
he
It
was
was a draw. It
unconscious.
was a
That is
draw.
a
It was a
fact.
draw.
You're
It was a
upset
draw.
because
It
you
was a
need
draw.
people to
It
give
was
you
a draw. That
statistics
is
to
a
believe
fact.
in things. You need people
It
in
was
white
a draw,
coats and
and
white
that is a
faces and
fact.
white masks to tell you what to believe.
Hold on. Okay, let's do this. This is a fact. In boxing, a knockout only occurs if the referee waves it off, or 2, the fighter cannot beat the count. In both cases, Fury passed. So he not only beat the count, the referee did not wave it off. So therefore, it is not ruled a knockout by boxing rules. Regardless if you feel like he was unconscious or not, by the legal court of boxing, he was not. He beat the count. End of story. All right.
Those are facts.
Sure. Nothing to
Not
do with the
feelings.
legal
Now that's
court
fact.
of your jesters and the people that wear wigs that tell you what to believe in. I'm talking about reality, that he was unconscious. And by the rules of boxing, when somebody is unconscious, they have lost the fight. So thanks
You
for
can't
playing.
be unconscious.
But he didn't lose the fight.
What's in the record book?
That's right. Now you have an excuse to why the rules don't apply. Exactly.
Can I speak? Jack Reese already said, it's on record, he was on Fred Barbershop. He said he knew that Tyson Fury wasn't completely knocked out to that degree because his leg was still up. He still held his leg up. If he was totally knocked out, he wouldn't have been able to hold his leg up. Was he unconscious to a degree, but he wasn't totally knocked out. He said when he got to him and on 5, Tyson Fury opened his eyes and then he counted and Tyson Fury got up on 9. He said he knew he wasn't totally knocked out because of the leg. His leg was in a 90-degree angle. He had his knee up. If you're sparked out, you can't keep your leg up, sir.
Incorrect. Tyson Fury admitted it. In fact, people walk in, ma'am, people walk in their sleep. I'm sorry, that's not true.
That's why he used his discretion.
People walk in their sleep. I'm sorry, ma'am. People walk in their sleep.
Wait. I'm going to add to what she said because she left out a key thing that Jack Reese also said.
You go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, no. I'm just going to add something to what you said. That is true. Jack Reese said that about the foot being up. That's why he did not count. But he also stated another key fact that you cannot do when you're unconscious. He said when he walked over to Tyson Fury, he watched Tyson Fury's eyes track him, meaning he was looking at him the whole time with his eyes.
Yep.
That is a fact out of Jack Reese's mouth.
Yep.
You cannot track somebody with your eyes if you're unconscious.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, I'm not claiming what they claimed. He admits that he was unconscious, and there's nothing you can do about it.
What
Sorry.
do you mean you're not claiming what they claim? It's the referee, and you don't overrule the referee. Sorry.
Nothing to do with referees or rules. It's the reality that you're hiding from. As if somebody gets injured in baseball, it doesn't change the rules of the game. It has nothing to do. The fact that it happened is what I'm claiming, is that he was knocked unconscious by Deontay Wilder with a 50-pound weight disadvantage, and also, let's say, half the literal experience in boxing. It's not even close. It's pathetic. Not to mention the fact that he loaded both gloves and was clearly cheating, which is another matter if you'd like to speak about.
Okay, so Ro, have you ever heard of an over embellishment?
I believe I have. Yeah.
Okay, so let me say
that?
this. Let me say this. If I go, a red glove, yo, this girl that you saw me with last night, she sucked the soul out of my dick. Did she literally suck the soul out of my dick, or is it just an over embellishment? By Tyson Fury saying he got hit so hard that he was unconscious, it might not be literal. See, you're taking a statement.
He wasn't saying it like that.
No. You're taking a statement. You're taking a statement is a literal statement when he has been known to over embellish a lot of things. He did it about Anthony Joshua when they sparred and AJ was young. He over embellished the punch that he had landed on him. Yeah. He's notoriously doing it. So you got to look at his character.
I think you're adding a lot of fluff to this, to be honest with you. I don't think that's all right. He admits, he says, I woke up at the count of 5. He says, I woke up at the count of 5. So there you go.
I'm just trying to figure out how he's bigger than boxing.
There's the right question. There you go.
My mind around that.
What did you say, Lee?
I can't wrap my mind around that.
Around what?
That he said that he's bigger than boxing. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Bigger than boxing. Yeah, I know.
Yes, that's correct. You
got posters of Deontay Wilder up in your house?
No, actually, I don't put posters of men on my wall. Sorry.
Okay. But yet you dick ride them though.
Well, that would be your terminology. I think that's a little perverse. I would say that he's clearly bigger than boxing. Thanks.
Okay.
How?
Fury is a dirty motherfucker, man.
Well, let's see.
Dirty
he has half the experience of most of these boxers, and he has a better record. And now, after literally exposing the fact that Tyson Fury cheated, the waters have been separated, and now the masks of millions of people have been ripped off, exposing the true personalities of who many of you are. Now we know who our friends are. Now we know who the real players are. Now we know who our brothers are. Now we know who our sisters are. And it turns out that truth is a very beautiful thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know that's the point.
We know what you in our gang.
I know that's the point.
All of us have disagreements.
Can I ask a question? Let me ask a question.
At least with the disagreements that the other 4 or 5 of us have, they have valid points. You, sir, are just coming from the ethos. I don't know. You need to go right back to Pluto. You're not in our gang. We don't want you in our gang. We're not trying to claim you in our gang. We don't want you.
Well, I have a relevant question. Wait, Red Glove. Hold on. Let me ask him a relevant question because he made a statement. He's made a lot of statements, but he made a statement that we can factually check right now. You said, first of all, let me ask you this question before I ask you mine. What is half of 31?
Half of 31. So take 31 divided by 2. You want that answer?
Right. Yeah. Go ahead. Say it. I know it. You know it.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to use my head. My math could be off, but it sounds like that would be 15.5. Amazing. Yeah. I can do math. Wow.
Yeah. It's 15.5. So in order for Deontay Wilder to have half the experience of Tyson Fury, he would only have to have 15.5 fights. It's impossible to have half a fight, but we could round down and just say 15.
Nobody claimed that. I didn't claim that.
You did. You said he has half the experience. You said Deontay Wilder has
I didn't say fights. I said experience, which means that Deontay Wilder started fighting much later in life. Opposition, polar opposite of the fact that Tyson Fury was raised in boxing. Deontay didn't do it till he was almost 20. It's a huge, massive difference.
See, this is your mistake right here. You said he has half the experience when the fact of the matter is, on a professional level, he has more experience than all of these guys. He's got more fights. So he is more experienced on the professional stage. So
Yeah, he's
therefore,
right. You're not listening.
wait, I'm not done talking. Therefore, your statement factually is incorrect because he has more experience.
Okay, so Tyson Fury started boxing when he was born into a gypsy family that probably gave him HGH by the time he was 8 months old to make sure he was going to grow up big and strong. There's a lot of information about that if you'd like to talk about also, because the doctors told John Fury, your son's never going to be big. And amazing, we have a drug addict family and now he's 7 feet tall. So I'm sorry, he was raised in boxing. Deontay Wilder didn't even start boxing until he was almost 20 years old. Polar opposites.
You sound
You
crazy.
do realize.
I know, man. I know.
You do realize. Hold on. Wait.
You need help.
No. Wait. Let me talk. Hold on. You do realize that when you go professional, right, your amateur background fades away. It disappears. It doesn't exist. Why? Because the professional stage is a higher level of experience. So, by that being said, still trumps your statement. It is irrelevant if Tyson Fury grew up around a boxing gym. It's irrelevant if he grew up boxing, because of the fact of the matter is, on the highest stage where the experience gained is the most, Deontay Wilder trumps him heavily.
By like 12.
Yeah, by knocking him out. Clearly, yeah, half the experience and knocks his ass out.
He has more experience. That's what you're failing to accept.
You haven't proved that he cheated. You haven't proved that Wilder has half the experience.
So
like all this is just words. You haven't proved any of this.
No. He jumped off the panel because his mathematics was way off. Oh, he's back in the background.
He had like zero facts.
Hey, I'm gonna put myself in the back and I'm gonna let him join. So I'm gonna let y'all talk. I'm gonna go to the background. And then soon after this, we're gonna end the stream because I gotta go to bed. So I'm gonna put him back on.
Yeah, I gotta go soon myself.
All right, put him back on then.
But yeah, there's zero facts to, like, you haven't proved any of what you said. Like you're presuming that you're presuming that he was on some kind of PEDs at birth.
Well, I wonder why he looks like he's 50 years old at 33 or 32. It looks like he's 50 already.
They all look like that. They all go like that. If you look at the Furies, they're all like that.
Well, that's true. British genes have never been that good. That's true.
What do
you're still presuming that it's PEDs, though.
Oh, he's been on PED. Yeah, wild boar meat. Poor Martin Carefoot. You know, they paid the guy.
No, I'm talking about
so why did Fury
Martin Carefoot guy to make this giant conspiracy, and then they threatened the guy's life because he didn't want to go along with it. They decided, no, let's just not pay the poor old man. And now Team Fury has threatened his life. Boy, what a dynasty.
I need proof.
Oh, so yes, Martin Carefoot. So did Martin Carefoot say? What did Martin Carefoot say?
How is he bigger than boxing?
That's what I thought.
All right, we're talking about words. We're talking about words.
Know if there's any javelina or wild boars in England?
Okay, was he selling him wild? Hold on, was he selling wild boars to him since birth? Because that was your claim. You said
that's
that.
a lie. Nope, now you're just perving again.
Yes,
I said he was on HGH since he was a small child because the doctor told John Fury, your boy's never going to be big. He's going to be very tiny.
A small
because he was supposedly 1 pound when he was born. So the dad, of course, got started on those hormones very early because he's been exposed to them since the 60s or 70s, which is what the rumor has. But that's all rumor. I'm talking about wild boar meat now. We're talking about Martin Carefoot getting paid to then make this claim that he sold him wild boar meat. And now Martin Carefoot is now being lied about, obviously. I mean, I know this is scary, but Martin Carefoot's life is now being threatened by these people because Martin came forward and said, I never sold him any wild boar. They offered me $20,000 to make up this story, and it's all a ruse. I'm sorry that truth hurts.
Okay, but why are you moving on when you haven't proved the first thing that you said?
Let me ask him a question. So, moving on to your next point, how can you prove that Deontay Wilder is bigger than boxing?
Well, first of all, he has the greatest record in boxing, and now literally thousands of people are being exposed for hating him for being the best at what he is. God bless him.
Who's exposed for hating him?
Well, you hate him, don't you?
No.
You got so pissed off. I made one comment about him, and you just about had a temper tantrum, ma'am.
Because you sound ridiculous.
This was before I came on here, ma'am. This is before you heard my voice.
Okay, sir. I'm not a Fury or Wilder fan. I'm an AJ fan, okay? Get that through your head. I
That's
could
why
give two less about them, okay? So
There you
let
go.
me make this clear to you. Let me make this clear to you. What you said sounded ridiculous. He's bigger than boxing. If he was
How?
Muhammad Ali, I could say that.
Yep.
But
This is another event just
you
like that.
sound really ridiculous.
I
None of
sure,
these guys
yes, ma'am, I
today are
understand.
bigger than boxing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, AJ isn't even close. AJ got beat by a guy from my hometown. I'm right on the border of Mexico here. I mean, Andy Ruiz. Sorry, that was
Okay.
easy.
And Wilder got beat by Tyson Fury. So what's
Well,
your
Tyson
point?
Fury was cheating and is twice the size, has twice the experience as on Nandrolone. Wild Boar Meat used 2 loaded gloves and still couldn't knock out
Guess
Deontay
what?
Wilder,
Guess
which is
Wait,
what?
now the
Wilder
greatest
Guess
fights
record
at
in
what?
what?
boxing
Guess
Wait,
what?
history
wait. Let
because
me
of
ask
Guess
this.
Deontay
what?
Wilder
Wilder.
Guess
fights at
what?
what division?
Guess
What
what?
Wilder fights at what
Andy
division?
Ruiz was 50 pounds bigger than AJ in the the rematch. So what's your point?
That's correct. That's correct. And in that
What's your
rematch,
point?
AJ ran from him and couldn't even stop him. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, ran from him. He boxed.
Way.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
completely
you
changed
know
his
what?
style. Andy
So what?
Ruiz had
So
literally
you are a
gone
person
on
that
a
I can't
binging
talk
spree,
about.
gained all this weight, stopped training, turned into literally a
Nah,
muppet,
you're
and
moving the
AJ still
goalposts.
couldn't
Hey,
stop
You're
hey,
him.
moving
y'all,
the
hold on,
Amazing.
hold on. I'm about to go to bed. We about to end this soon, so I just
Oh,
want
give
to,
us 10 more minutes.
Well, have a
let
good
me
night.
land.
I appreciate you letting me
Don't
on,
get
man.
off. Don't get off. I want to ask you a question real fast.
So
In the
I
court
could
of
care less
law,
about.
in the court, hold on, Lisa. Look here. Ro, in the court of law, who is the burden of proof on? The accuser or the defendant?
The accuser, right? In a
Okay,
court,
so
yeah,
where's your
man's
proof?
court. Yeah,
Where's your
man's
proof?
court. Yeah, you follow man's court. I follow truth.
No. At the
Yes,
end of the
yes. You
day,
follow man's court.
how do you come to the truth?
You experience it and you accept it. You see it, you believe it. Amazing.
You see it, you believe it. But how do you know something is true? What do
Would you
need?
like me to show you the photos of Fury's fist in the wrist?
What
the
do you
Photoshop
need to
one?
prove? No, excuse me, I'm giving the word away. What do you need for the truth to be the truth? There's something that you need.
No, yeah, it's called evidence, and we have it.
And no, where's the evidence?
Oh, well, that's what I just asked you. I said, do you want to see a picture of Fury's fist in the wrist of his glove? Would that prove it to you?
You said he
Who
loaded
is
his
we?
gloves.
Are you a
Yes, he
glove
loaded both his
specialist?
gloves. Yeah, he
So
Are
loaded
you a
both gloves.
show me.
detective?
Hold
Are
on,
you
hold
a
on,
private
Lisa.
detective?
Yes,
No,
wait, let me answer that question, Lisa. I'm a mandated reporter for the state of Arizona. Yes, I specialize in fraud. I'm very glad that you asked me that.
I heard him on H Money shit.
Good, you have a good eye, Lisa. You could tell. God bless you.
It's the
that's
same
Yeah, I
fine.
guy.
remember you on
So
H Money.
you
Yeah.
Remember, Lise.
you have
Just
proof.
change your name.
Yeah.
No, wait. I want to see the proof of the glove loaded. I don't care about the hand and the wrist or whatever you're saying. You said he loaded.
Then you don't.
his
You're
glove.
already hiding from the evidence. Yes, I
No,
claim
I'm
that
not
he's
hiding from
punching
the
through the wrist.
I'm
That's the point.
asking for
Shut
the
up.
evidence.
Yes, now
I
you're
know-
hiding.
No,
Just
I'm
shut up.
asking for the
Get
evidence.
off
I'm
the
asking
panel.
for the
Okay,
evidence.
I'm gonna give it to you
Show
right
me
now.
the evidence
Okay.
that
You
the
got it.
gloves were loaded.
You got it.
That
Okay.
they were loaded.
Okay. All right. No problem. I've already uploaded the video onto my channel, so it's the same
We're
name
not
as
going
this.
there. We're not going to your channel.
That's fine. You don't. I know. That's you can hide. You can hide. I know, lady. You can hide too. I know, Princess Cupcake. You can hide from the evidence too, just like all the other Deontay Wilders. That's what
So are
Deontay
you
Wilder has
working
done
for
to
this
you.
case?
He has
So
exposed
are
you
you
for being
working for this
scared to
case?
death of the truth, ma'am. You are scared to fucking death of this truth. And you just admitted you don't want to go to my channel and look at that evidence. God bless you for proving my point. Amen. Thank you so much.
Bro, so I want to make sure we're
Congratulations.
clear.
Are you
Hold on, Lady
are
Chan,
you
Lisa.
on
Hold on,
this
Lady Chan,
case?
Lisa. I want to make sure we're clear here. So what you're telling me, Ro, is if I go to your channel, watch your video, you're going to show undeniable proof that his gloves were loaded.
Yes, absolutely. No, that he's punching through the wrist.
No. You said
That was my
loaded
claim.
gloves. Both
Yes, he
were
loaded
loaded.
both. Yes, that means they're loaded. Yes, when you fabricate, when you distort, pervert your gloves in sports and boxing, that means they're loaded. He was punching through the wrist of his left, and his right, they removed the padding. And I go in through detail on my channel, the XO of the RO, and you can see it for yourself, sir.
I ain't going on it.
Okay, so hold on, lady. So that is incorrect. If you're talking about a glove manipulation of where he's supposedly somehow sliding his hands down inside of the glove to punch in where the opening would be, where like the laces tie up. So if that's what you're talking about, that is
No,
not
it's lower.
considered.
Nope,
No,
it's
stop.
lower than that. Nope, I didn't say that.
Okay, it
Nope,
could be
you're
lower
still
than that.
hiding.
It could be
You're
lower
still
than that.
hiding. You're
It
still
could
hiding from
be.
the evidence.
I'm not
I know.
disputing that. What I'm
You're-
saying is,
I know.
I'm
You're still
coming
hiding.
to your conclusion. Your conclusion is that he's sliding his fist down and he's punching through that. That is
Correct.
incorrect, though. That is not what a loaded glove is. A loaded glove.
I
by
said yes.
definition,
It doesn't matter. Yes, you're trying to be an
loaded glove.
atheist
See, you
right
keep
now, and you're
talking
going to
over me.
hide
This is how
behind
you get put in the
terminology,
background. You about to
semantics,
get put in the
instead of
background
looking
because
at the
you're talking while I'm
evidence.
You're
talking.
trying to
Are
be
you
an
an atheist?
Talking
Are you an
while
atheist, sir? Sir, are you an atheist?
while I'm talking.
You're a
So,
demon.
hold on. Let me finish, lady.
I'm
One
done with
rule,
it.
bro. One rule, bro. Everybody here talks equally, but while people are talking, nobody talks over anybody. You keep talking over me. That's my only pet peeve. You'll never get kicked out. Well, I mean, I guess you could for some crazy ass shit on the webcam, but whatever. For talking, you'll never get kicked off my panel. But when you talk over me or anybody else, that's when you get put to the back. I'm gonna bring you back up here. However, I am talking, so don't talk over me. Whenever I'm done, then you talk, and soon I'm gonna go to bed. A loaded glove in boxing is you put an object inside of the glove. You remove padding from the glove. That is loading your glove. Slipping your hand down into the wrist area or forearm area is not considered loading a glove. That is by definition what loading a glove is. How do I know? Because I actually box. So I've been around boxing all my fucking life. I was boxing whenever I was a teen into my 20s. So again, I will say you have undeniable proof because you stated both his gloves were loaded. That is all I'm asking. You said you had proof that his gloves were loaded. If I watch your video, am I going to see this proof?
You are going to see the proof that he undeniably cheated and misused and perverted both of his gloves. Yes.
So now you're changing your terminology.
Nope,
now
it's still
saying,
you're hiding. You're desperately
I'm
hiding
not
using
hiding.
semantics, sir. You're desperately using semantics
I'm
like
not
an
using
atheist to hide
semantics.
from
I'm
the
using
entire
your
point.
words.
My claim is that he
I'm
cheated.
using your words.
Yes, I know.
repeating
So
your
now I
words.
have to rearrange my words to someone that is more properly speaking the English terminology. So let me rearrange the words for your satisfaction, sir. He perverted both gloves and loaded possibly the right one. I can't prove that, but all I have to do is show you one picture of him punching through the wrist, and you're done.
I'm not done because your
You're done.
claim was he loaded his glove.
I know. Now
That
you're
was your
hiding
claim.
from the fact that I said from the very beginning. No, you're lying. You're lying now, Tony. He punched through the wrist of his glove where there's no padding. That's my claim. And like a well-behaved atheist, you're scared to death of my claim now, and you're going to hide behind semantics and terminology just like a well-behaved atheist always does. Bro, you're not going to win the conversation. I'm sorry.
We already won.
So here's the
You're dead
problem
in the
with your
water. You're all
analogy.
scared to
lady,
death
lady.
of the evidence. I have the videos on my channel, and you're scared to death, just like the tens of thousands of other cowards that hide from atheists that I talk to every year.
We're never going on your channel. We're never going to look at it. Stop
That's right, because you're scared to death, lady. Thank you for proving my point. That's what Deontay Wilder has done to you. He's showing us who you really were, lady. We now know who you really are. You're scared to death of the evidence of Fury punching through the wrist of his glove in the left hand and the right hand. The padding is clearly removed, as I can see the indentations of his knuckle in the padding section of his right glove. That's amazing. And that's what you have to do. You have to hide from the evidence, just like all well-behaved atheists.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Yo,
Here's the problem.
XO.
Here's the problem.
XO. The XO. Is that you? The XO? I'm a Wilder fan. What proof do you have of any glove tampering?
On my channel, I know this is hard for you to listen. It's on my channel. The videos are on my channel. All you have to do.
Me.
Yes, they're
tell
photos.
me the proof.
Yeah, they're called photos taken with cameras. Yeah, have you ever heard of them?
Okay. Except that there's no proof. They have no glove issues.
Oh, so now you're another perverted liar, another sycophant, psychopathic shitbag hiding from the evidence.
Man is crazy.
You're a little piece of shit. Now you're scared to death too. You're another bitch. You're another little white bitch hiding from the truth when I'm showing it to you on my channel, and you're scared to fucking death of it. So please stop talking. I don't need to talk to any perverted little cracker ass faggots that are going to hide from this evidence. Somebody else who has a little bit of balls can talk to me about this, not some little faggot that just automatically just hand-wave dismissal like a well-behaved fucktard. No, you can get the fuck out of here.
Disrespect my brother Haplo.
You must be out of your fucking mind telling me, no, it didn't happen. I'll just hand wave. Yeah, you're scared to fucking death. My channel is the XO of the RO. And you can continue to run from this Deontay Wilder fanboy because you're scared to death of him. That makes you automatically going to be scared to death of me because I will snatch your soul out of your little pathetic black hearts hiding from this truth. That's why Deontay Wilder is bigger than boxing. That's why.
Get the fuck out of here before I bitch smack your ass.
Okay,
He's
so
a
here's
dick
what we're
rider.
gonna do. Hold on, let me
Sir.
talk.
I've
Let
seen
me
him
talk. Let me
before.
talk. Hold on. Hablo. Everybody, let me talk. So first, he said cracker. Then he said out your black card. So the dude is clearly racist, and that's one thing I don't tolerate on this channel is any form of racism, whether it's towards white people, black people, etc., whatever the
Man,
ethnicity.
bring
We
him
don't do
back,
that.
bro.
Now,
I want to fucking smash that fool.
Yeah, bring him back.
it's cool. No. I'm not gonna bring him back. But here's what I'm gonna say. Everything that he says, he has to rearrange,
I need
remix,
food.
reform.
I'm hungry.
Hold on, Hablo. Just listen to what I'm saying. His whole thing was he's calling us atheists, right? Because he's acting like atheists believe
He's
in a
a
blind
fucking
faith.
retard.
However,
That's why he's
hold on. Let me finish, Hablo.
Fucking
Let
demon.
me just make this point. Right? Here's the issue with what he's saying. A lot of people who are atheists are very factual driven. They want to see proof. They want to see evidence. That's why they
Dude,
do
you're
not
giving
accept
him
God.
too much
Wait, let
fucking
me finish,
credit,
Pablo.
Tony.
Let me make this
The
point.
guy's an asshole.
Hold on.
That's all.
Hold
it
on.
is.
The thing is, people who are
Bring him
religious
on so
accept.
I can eat him.
Hablo, just hold on. Let me say this real
I
fast.
want him back
I
on.
can fucking eat him.
Hold on, Hablo. People who are religious accept things on faith, meaning
Yeah.
there's a lack of factual evidence. However, his whole case is based on faith and based on the belief of without proof of. So therefore, he is making an actual stupid argument. Like his whole ideology is mixed up. Now, I will say this. I do believe in God. I am faith-based. But my only point to what I was just saying was him calling
What does
us
that
atheists
matter?
is
talking
counterintuitive
about
to what his
boxing.
argument is. What's up, Pablo?
Tony, can you just give us 5 minutes of him a free smoke and then you can go to
He
bed?
left.
Please.
He
No,
left.
he's in
He
the
said,
chat.
rest
He's in
in
the chat.
peace, powers.
He's in the chat.
No,
He's
rest
in
in
the chat.
piss to your ass.
He's in the
Hold
chat.
on, what? Hold on, let me copy
Just let
the
him
link.
get
for him.
smoked. Just let him get
Please
Not in the
just give
back.
us
He needs to
5
get
minutes of
cooked.
free smoke.
This is
I'm
what we
gonna
need.
I'm
We
gonna
need to
put him
cook
on.
this
Hold
guy.
on.
Haplo,
Bring him
wait.
on.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Hap.
All right, you get him, Lady Chan, and I got your
We're all
back.
getting him. We're gonna fuck this
Project,
fucking thing up.
hallway,
I told
I'm
you
trying
about
to
it,
go to
Lisa. I
bed.
knew it straight away.
20-year-old piss. Rest
He
in
No
was on
piss.
racist
H
shit,
Money.
though.
He
If
was
he
on
says
H Money
anything
doing the same
racist,
thing.
he could chop his head off, Tony. But
He was on H
if he
Money
wants
doing
to
the same
talk
thing.
boxing,
He changed his name. He was something ringside or something reporter before. Lisa, do you remember him?
I remember
Lisa.
him on H
I
Money.
remember his name. He was
We were fighting with him then. I vaguely remember.
Yeah, he was called the Truth Reporter or something
put
like
him in,
that.
coach. I'm ready to play.
Round 1, ding, ding, ding.
He's not joining.
Yeah, he is.
No, I'm looking. If he was, I would see him in the background. He's not there.
Exo, come through. Tell us about how we're
wait.
atheists.
Oh my goodness. So this dude was saying white scared ass cracker this, cracker that, right? Then he said racist towards y'all's, rip it out y'all's black heart. This dude's white. I'm on his channel.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, I'll go toe to toe, pound for pound, blow for
ethnicity
blow with his ass.
Yeah, how many subscribers has he got,
Dude, if
Tony?
he got Lisa mad, he's got to be fucking
556.
retarded.
Yeah, see.
Lisa's cool as a cucumber.
Everything I see, he doesn't have nothing about gloves on his channel. All he has on his channel is
Oh, I got gloves on my
about
channel.
insects.
Go look on my channel. I got like 10 videos on gloves. So let's
Well,
talk
no.
about
But what I'm
gloves.
saying is his channel's not even about boxing. It's about like insects. He's got like bees. He's playing the guitar. He's playing with a
because
tarantula.
he's not a boxing fan, dude.
Yeah,
The
he's
guy's
crazy.
fucking
He's
retarded.
a fuck boy. I said it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
well,
crazy.
I'm a Wilder fan, and those kind of guys embarrass me because I don't like to be associated with
He's
that.
still in the chat.
I'm a
still in the
rational
chat.
Wilder
I
fan.
dropped the link. He's not clicking the link.
Click the link, Exo. Come through. Click the link. Come through.
Come loose.
Say
Y'all-
what
Get
you
your
gotta
head
say.
cut.
Come on.
Come on, I cut heads on the daily. Come on, Exo.
Y'all got to do this
Head's
quickly.
gonna
I'm
be
trying to go to
XO.
bed.
You're gonna be
Trying to do it. Get him
XO.
on there. Tony,
You're gonna be XO for real.
Exo. Come on, click the link and then say what you gotta say.
You'll be
Hurry
XO for real. You come on here. Come on. Step
He
your
says,
ass in here.
here comes the perverted lies to justify the cowardice attempts to desperately hide from the
No,
evidence.
don't
from
even
my
read
channel.
his shit. Come in here and fucking speak like a man, bitch.
Yeah. Is he
He-
clicked the
he-
link, Tony?
No, he's not in the background. I'm looking.
He's
Like, I
right
put it
there.
out
He
there
just
for
said
him.
something, but yet he won't.
He's an agent of
thing
the
is this.
century.
My thing is this though. He was talking negatively to Hablo about being white, but yet he was white himself.
I
How
didn't like that.
confused can you be?
Bro, I'm fucking Puerto Rican, first of all.
Okay, Puerto Rican, but what I'm saying,
Secondly,
Hablo, is
fuck that
Hablo,
guy.
it's not about that. He thought you were white, so therefore he was talking about you in a negative way. But the fact of the matter is, he's not Puerto Rican like you. He is a fucking redneck. I'm looking at him. Like he looked like he's from some backwoods.
like that then? How come he likes
then why would he criticize me for being white if he's a redneck?
I have no idea. I have no idea. He's white.
He's not mentally sound. He's mad.
He's not right in the head.
Well, he ain't coming back on. So.
All right, he's not coming back up in the background, so I'm gonna go to bed here.
So
but
all right. Since he's not coming back,
wait.
let me just debunk everything he said. First of all, there's no proof of any cheating whatsoever. No proof at all. If there was, it would have come out by now. Secondly, Wilder got his ass whooped in the second fight. Bad. And I'm a Wilder fan. I wanted him to win. I picked him in both fights. He got his ass whooped in that second fight. So you can go cry all you want. And why are you being racist and then defending Wilder against Fury? It doesn't make any sense at all. So, I mean, what kind of a fucking cuck are you, dude? Like, come on here, be a man, and get your ass whooped like you were supposed to by haplotype. Because I will destroy you.
All right, so to Haplo and Lady Chan, go ahead, shout out y'all's channels before I bring this down, and I'm gonna post them in the chat.
It's been a pleasure, Tony, as usual, to be on your panel. It's amazing. Thank you for having me. You guys can find me, Lady Shan Boxing, all social media, Lady Shan, LadyChann, Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, that's about it from me. This guy's crazy. Fucking hell.
Yeah, Tony, thanks for having me. Very wild show today, to say the least. Always a pleasure, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. Hablo, go ahead, shout out your channel.
Yo, Haplotype 0. I've been on here since 2006. Ain't nobody ever gonna fucking serve me. Ever. Especially not this bitch ass XO motherfucker. Salute to Lady Chan. Salute to Lisa Bales. And thank you, Tony, for having me on. Sorry, I kept coming in and out, but that's the way it works out here.
No, I'm gonna sub to your channel, I'm gonna sub to your channel.
Yeah, come check it out. I got a lot of stuff on the early days of British boxing. So
no, I definitely will.
Okay. Yeah, Hap, I gotta go.
Respect for you, Hap. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, respect, Hap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry that
Respect
you
always.
disrespected like that, because you deserve respect.
Give me a break. That guy can't fucking make me blink.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
All right.
Yeah, thanks,
Lady
Tony.
Chan. Lisa.
Salute, chat. Salute, guys.
All right. Salute, guys.
Salute.
All right, I thank all y'all for joining. Everybody that was here earlier. On that note, this is another one in the record books. We are still undefeated. Hablo over here defending his title. Lady Chan and Lisa, all to a guy named XO. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. He's confused, doesn't know what his ethnicity is. And on that note, we're just gonna leave with him burning in the dust because he didn't want to get back on here when pressed, when asked to. So he was a coward at the end of the day.
Y'all ran have a like good night.
Y'all heard him. But y'all have a good night, and we're ending it here.
All right.